And we're live. Let's see who shows up. There's Char. What's up, Char? Miss October? Not quite. Well, Char's always first because she gets the notification first. So officially, you really are first, Rice. How's the baby coming? Exclamatic, what's going on? Exclamatic with the bathroom pick. Oh yeah, yeah, you're ready. You got a while. It's got to marinate a little longer, baby. You go. You probably gonna need a couple of. You probably have to go up a couple of bra sizes. You got 17 watching. Hit the like button, folks. I got 8 likes. That's pretty good. your back, your back hurts. That's normal. So is the baby sitting low? Oh, post workout in the gym. Okay, all right. Dave Tower, what's up? What's the word? Oh, okay. Well, all them hips. That's probably what he resting on. It's like a big old king size bed. He's resting on them hips. Support the channel if you can. Got 2 ways of contributing: Streamlabs or Cash App. 2 flavors. What up, Art? A black pill life. Well, one thing about the black pill life, you're always content because it is what it is. You know, if it isn't what you want, then you have to make it. Anytime for him to come out, he's chilling right now. And you probably have to coax him to come out. But you're not due for it. You due next year, right? DJ Cuda, what's up? Yeah, well, yeah. By that time, yeah, might as well, because it looks like the 3900s aren't coming out anytime soon. What's up, Night Train? Yeah, yeah, you doing genuine? Not really. It's not really a long time. This is October. Was it like one, two, three? Yeah. So you're halfway through. What's up, Albert? You got to remember, Rice, this is what you asked for. Ain't no sense in complaining now. So I told my ex when she was on the maternal bed screaming, tearing my shirt off. I told her, "Shut up! You asked for this. I don't want to hear it. You wanted this, so you wanted it. Now, now sit down and lay down and take it. You're not a victim. You're a volunteer." Art, what's going on? Oh yeah, yeah. Char has the Char's coming along. She's coming on with her advice channel. I got to listen to the latest one. I haven't had a chance to listen to the latest one. In fact, Char, post your link. Nah, you asked for this. You can't complain now. Yeah. No, she knew better than to say that. She said we did it. In fact, with the first one, she said we ain't gonna do this anymore. Post your link to your Just Ask Char channel. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Now we got like 40 people in. Hit the like button. Like buttons to your left, folks. Please put energy into the channel. Yeah, I've been in a lot of trouble too. Anytime I'm on fire, I've been in a lot of trouble. Evidently, people have taken exception to my Michelle Obama post. The best advice channel on YouTube, in my opinion. If you got an issue that you need some clarity on, please don't hesitate. Um, send her a letter. In fact, put your email, your Just Ask Char email up, Char. Oh yeah, yeah. Basically, yeah, I threw rocks at the Queen, so people are upset. So when after me and Carib had our talk, our conversation, uh, she didn't believe. I told her Michelle Obama, who black women think is the best of them. She takes I said a low key condescending attitude towards their men, and they didn't believe it. So I went looking for a clip, and guess what popped up? The universe said, "Hey, use this." It was perfect. All right. Go ahead and reboot, Char. Get closer to that Wi-Fi too. Malika, what's going on? Yeah, well, she is domineering, but yeah, Yeah, basically that's the vast majority of black women. Um, look like KS Van CC's talking point. All right. Uh, oh, is that King Sigma? I don't really follow King Sigma. If that's what you're talking about. I haven't seen it. Sheed, what's up? Oh, Kevin Samuels. Okay. Oh yeah, he said he was. But that's typical. Care is typical. It's not her fault. That's just who they are. And 92s are magnified. It's throughout the whole gamut. It runs the whole gamut from 85s all the way to the hundreds. But the thing is, 92s is magnified in the 92s for whatever reason because they're a little bit more intense and aggressive. And learn it. So the need to be right is strong with the 92s. But the thing is, she didn't believe Michelle Obama. How high can a black man rise besides being president of the United States? You can't. So if you can't get submission and you're president of the United States, what can you get? I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched a little bit of it. I would say the most submissive octanes you're going to get are probably the 87s. If you have the money, it will be the 100s. Really, the 100s if you have the money, because that's their stock and trade is being submissive because they want a lifestyle. But the 100s are the most submissive. But you need money. Beside them would be the 87s would be next. For those regular dudes, it's the 87s because they're easier to make content. But every time you take a step up, um, time to take a step up, then you're gonna have contentious. And basically, 85. The 85s are contentious because it's about survival. But if I had to pick the most submissive of the regular woman, it would be the 87s. As submissive as black women can get. Let's put it that way. Elwood, what's up? Yeah, I saw some. I heard some of it, and then and then black women will say the right things. That's what I'm always wary. Black women will actually say the right things when they're in public, and what they do with their men, it might be different. And submission for black men is completely different from other. What's the difference between an 87 and an 89? Normally, the difference between an 87 and 89 is 89s are mid-level corporate. They normally, not always, but normally have some sort of education, normally a bachelor's. They're not really aggressive enough to get a master's. Normally, they're bachelor's. So an 89 would be a school teacher. School teacher, maybe a social worker or something like that, but that's an 89. She's educated. She uses her degrees in her field, but she's not aggressive enough. Like the a 92 woman would be an administrator. or corporate administrator, corporate supervisor, corporate administrator. I say for social work, a social worker would be an 89. The 92 would be her boss, would be her supervisor. Um, about vaping, I wouldn't be surprised about what they're putting in those chemicals. You take risks when you actually smoke those chemicals. Even cigarettes cause death. What do you think? What do you think? Why do you think vaping won't cause problems? And actually, you actually smoking the stuff without a filter. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Hope everything's okay. Hope everybody concerned is alive. Black pill be right. Gonna get my toilet water. You gotta go use the bathroom, huh? But I hope everything's okay, Empress. Hey, cocaine, what's up? And cocaine can tell you how if you can afford it, if you can afford them, 100 octanes are the most submissive. If you can afford them, but you will pay for the privilege. Okay. If you're a representative, you're an 89. Your 87s are actually at the facility doing processing the forms. Do people report to you, Asada? Because you may be a 92. If people report to you, then you're 92. Carolyn, what up? What up, doctor? Yeah, cocaine kills can tell you the most submissive women are 100 octane, but it's gonna cost you. Wayne, what's up? In fact, I was just talking to the doctor. That's my girl. She keep it real. She keep it real. Oh, you're on the homework. Okay. Is it for the job or for the school? You can get the thing about 92s, when 92s get Master of the Universe, they're still not submissive. They'll submit to a point, but they're not what we call submissive because it's not in their nature. But 100 octane, they get a Master of the Universe, you don't hear nothing. Whatever you like. As long as you give me my lifestyle, let me, give me my allowance, I'm good. If you need me to stay at home while you fly across the country and do whatever, I'm good. Okay. If you come home, you want your food ready and a warm bed and me in a negligee or whatever you want with rose petals, guess what? When you get home, that's what you're gonna get. It's gonna cost you. Oh, you pick it up. Oh, cool. Like they say in training day, my nigga. That's what you got to do. Never can stop in this environment. You can never stop learning. So most black men cannot afford black female submission. Most of us can't. Okay. Uh, and one thing you gotta understand about Steve Harvey didn't have a 92. She's 100 octane. And sometimes you can get married to 100 octane, and they stay with you to your dying day, which is not normally their nature. Or you could get out. One thing about 100 octane, you can get outbidded. That's the only downside to 100 octane. You can be outbid, and either Steve Harvey's outbid or his usefulness is up. It depends on 100 octane. She's not a 92. Well, 100 octane. That happens all the time. That happens all the time. Yeah, you screw the wrong chick. You embarrass her or whatever. Soup, she can be out. Look at Sierra. Hell, look at although I did get the scoop, I ain't gonna tell about Stephen Curry. I did get the scoop. I ain't gonna put his business out there because the gym rats are speaking about the real deal behind Steph and Aisha. Aisha does have a point, but she knew what she signed up for. Now, well, you double ain't gonna cut it, Jack. Not for 100 octane. Oh no, we ain't gonna spill the tea. Not publicly. It was told in private, but no, I'm not gonna say it publicly. But and basically, is just it's just a rumor. But normally when it get filtered down, the gym rats, the in the basketball community, because that basketball community is not just the NBA. Because the NBA players actually scrim what they call play pickup with uh, college dudes and pros that didn't make it and guys that actually good enough to actually be on the court. And them guys come down, they hear stuff. Those guys come down and talk because they play pickup elsewhere. It filters on down. But Aisha Curry does have a point. She couldn't say what it was, but she does have a point. Submission. And there's reason for 92s not being in submission because they had to be competitive, and they had to surround themselves with competitive women. Lisa Ray was 100 octane or is 100 octane, and sometimes 100 octanes don't like the cost because there's a cost even with 100 octanes of being in that lifestyle because there's a lot of emotional pressure you have to be under. And sometimes, hey, they don't want to handle that, so they drop down, become 92s. You can tell a former 100 octane. You can tell them. Okay, you can. They have a different mannerism altogether. So the stuff that they have to put up from regular dudes is nothing compared with the stuff they have to put up with from the 100 octane dudes. Nothing. If you can accept the downgrading lifestyle, 100 octanes can put up with. She can actually deal with just about any man because the requirements are so high on a 100 octane woman. They're actually very very high, extremely high. So come some eligible women to actually be 100 octane don't want to be it. You pay $1,200 and been living in peace ever since. Oh, I get you. I get you. You got out before the bill came due, before the check showed up, huh? Hey, Gigi. Gigi had her brush with being up there and living that fast life. With 92 octanes, yeah. See, with 90, it's training, but also it has to be in them. There has to be some kind of competitiveness in them because they can't get there. They can't get at their climb their corporate ladder without some kind of internal competitiveness. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not saying that they're wrong. Blackman tell you be sure, don't just jump into it. I'm saying if you're sure about this chick, basically, and you know that this chick is golden and she's proved herself, I said, "No, I don't have any problem with doing it." But hell, I took the ring back a couple times, so I can't speak on it. I took it back a couple times. I had good reason for taking it back, but I took the ring back. So I'm not saying that you should get married. It's when only you can take those kind of chances. And marriage is a gamble. It used to be a sure thing back when my mother was young. Now it's a gamble. Oh yeah, yeah. Trust and believe. If you think the marriage is going to benefit you, do it. If you don't. So what else we got? Support the channel if you can. Everybody saying hello to Char. So what do you guys want to talk about? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because it really wasn't a planned conversation. Basically, we just started going back and forth in Gab's chat, which I think it was the next day yeah, I think it was the next day, and got into it with another group of women. But she's a trooper, so I have to give her credit because most women won't get in. Most women are not going to get on my channel and talk to me one on one. They have to have a moderator. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They have to have a moderator and they have to feel safe because because I was getting ready to go off on a couple of them, but Gab knew. Gab said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa." He's like, "The OG, don't He's like, "Whoa, whoa, don't go off, OG, don't go off. I'll get him. I'll get him." What? Yeah, she had to plead the fifth through the whole way. What is she gonna say? I mean, she can't deny that's who they are. What did Sin Santana do this time with her fine ass? Oh yeah, so I was telling Gab last night. They didn't like that. Yeah, of course she does. Yeah, Carib is a lawyer. Of course she does. Lawyers would talk. Lawyers will keep talking until they find an opening. If I ever pick more than one wife, would I pick different octanes? Uh 89s are my preference, but I pick women according to need. So if 100 octane wants to live on my budget, 100 octane can come down and be with me. But she's not gonna live on my budget. I already know that. So would it be different octanes? Well, it really doesn't matter. I'm like Rom. Me and Rom are about the same speed. So it doesn't really, if the woman fits my agenda, it doesn't matter what octane she is. Um, Depending on where I'm at. Because I've had 92s, I've had 89s, 85s, and 87s. And it just depends. I did watch parts of it. In fact, I actually downloaded the interview, and she's K Michelle is actually saying what a lot of black women actually feel. She's the only one crazy enough to say it out loud, though. Depends. It depends on the class of the white man. And 92 is not gonna submit to a poor white man. She isn't. Ain't gonna happen. How do I put up with keep my sanity? Um, is to trap them into telling the truth. That's the basic thing. That's what you're trying to do when I'm online, because they think that intellectually dishonest people think they're clever, and they're not. Because if you're intellectually smart, you you would concede minor points and to protect the bigger points. But most people, the intellectually dishonest, they won't concede the minor points. Not really. 92s only concede 92s are pretty consistent. They're not gonna have a white man just to have a white man. That's like most 92s are alone. They can get a regular white dude, but they're alone because they're not gonna they're not gonna concede because it's gonna look bad. They got to remember 92s are really concerned about image more than any other class of women. They're concerned about their image. There's no way a black 92 is gonna concede to a white man below her station. It's not gonna happen. She'd rather be alone. What up, Kendra? Okay, let's talk about K Michelle for a minute. Just for a minute. K Michelle is broken. Remember I said don't deal with broken women. K Michelle, even though she's crazy enough to say what she feels, K Michelle is a broken woman. I don't know what happened to her in her childhood that caused her to be broken, but she's broken. K Michelle is not whole. K Michelle, I think they say K Michelle's bipolar. Well, even Derek Jackson couldn't handle it because uh, Derek Jackson's dealt with women like K Michelle. K Michelle's broken. She's K Michelle's nuts. You can hear it. She's nuts. K Michelle's broken like an old Model T Ford. K Michelle's broken like what is it? Like the Pinto back in the day. You can't even hit it in this rear tank. It's gonna blow up on you. Yeah, she's broken. and she had to find a even the dude that's been simping for her for 20 years can't really get along with her. Yeah, that's what she says. Thugs didn't run through her. If there's no way thugs can run through you, and you're the child of a college professor, not possible. You're broken. Something happened to you. Ain't fuck boy with T. Something happened to her. She's not telling the whole thing. She's broken. I know broken chicks when I see one. She's broken. That's not fuckboy fatigue. She's broken. And long, yeah, yeah. It's not even male nature. She blames them. All broken women blame their plights on men. Now, I'm sure when she get about 40, it'll come out. You know, she been touched by somebody, and that's it's probably a family curse. What I'm saying is that's like nobody can really stay with her. She's broken. Even her own son knows that. Even though he's not even being taken care of her. Uh, why would a chick that's traveling the world can't really take care of the son that she has? Her mother has to take care of. Want to have two more kids? See, K Michelle's nuts, and people haven't figured that out. That's the problem. But the thing is, she's nuts, and people follow. Even women recognize that K Michelle's not all wrapped too tight. She ain't wrapped too tight. And the thing is that that she's so broken that she actually refuses to fix herself. So basically, nobody when a broken chick can't get any more dudes, okay, especially at the level that she's at. At the level she's at, ain't no dude gonna be messing with a broken chick. Period. None. Zero. Ain't no dude's gonna be messing with a broken chick. I don't care how much money you have. She got money. She could buy dudes. How come she don't have any? He's sent for 20 years, but guess I can guarantee you who's making the most money. Cheating is an excuse. You can't talk about morality when you're kissing a woman on the screen on tape. Oh no. Black women know that K Michelle's nuts. Her biggest downfall. I think the man that really crushed her wasn't a thug boy. I think the man that really crushed her was Idris Elba. That was her imprint, and he turned her down because she's nuts. No, she's nuts. There's something wrong with her. One day, one year it's a thug. Next year it's a woman. Next year it's a good dude. Next year it's star. Idris Elba's not a thug. Most of the dudes she messes with are industry dudes. Energy dudes have a thug persona, but they're not really thugs. Okay, they're not out there. Uh, Now, what's her name? Nicki Minaj. She married a thug. Okay, she married a thug. Now, K Michelle did a lot of backward stuff. Like she's in college at 17, getting pregnant and having a baby. Come on, and you got you think how embarrassing that is to your father. And a father punished her by locking her up in the Black History Museum so that she can get her mind right. Okay, she's been rebellious. There's something wrong with that girl.
I've only watched some of the interview, and she mentioned
Hmm.
she was bipolar, so
Yeah, she's broken.
you
Yeah,
know something's going on with her.
and no, and I've had a couple of bipolar women, and I'm not saying all, but
Mm.
but a lot of time one it has to be partially hereditary. The second thing is normally every bipolar woman that I've ever run across was touched at an early age.
Ah,
I'm not saying that she was, because you can have some that were never bothered, but it's something she ain't talking about.
mm.
It's something she ain't talking about.
Yeah,
And a lot of stuff she does, a lot of stuff she does, you never hear her parents speak out against it or actually say that you have a prominent professor that's teaching at a university, and basically you go on Love and Hip Hop and you kissing women and fighting other folks, and then say I was well brought up, and embarrassing you from the South, you're embarrassing your family like that at that level, and they're not
wow.
saying anything. Okay, they know that something's wrong with you.
Yeah, I didn't hear all that in the interview. I just heard a clip of what she was speaking of.
Hmm. Yeah, and she did too. So
Mm. Yeah, I
she
only
did.
watched one.
Yeah, she did. She did the first one, and then she came back with Derek Jackson. And Derek
Oh,
Jack, I guess simping didn't work on her. Simping don't work on everybody.
it ain't easy.
It ain't easy. And I was on Gabs last night with them crazy chicks, and because he
Mhm.
was talking about K Michelle, and them chicks were agreeing with him, and I got on, and as the chick was talking, I said, "Told you, Gab." Gab couldn't say nothing. I said, "Told you." Hey, fitness mom. Now, fitness mom is submissive. And fitness mom is actually, you know, and fitness mom has, when in her earlier years was actually too far to the passive side for most black men. But if you really want to talk about submission, fitness mom can actually give you lectures on what submissiveness actually looks like. She still speaks up for herself, but guess what? She caters to her man. So if you you
Yeah,
know if you really want to know what submission looks like for a black woman and what black men really would like, um, the fitness mom is probably the best. She's probably the best uh, uh, person I ever heard that come across actually give a proper definition. And she's not a doormat. You know, she's not
no,
she
not
she's
at
not
all.
she's not docile. She doesn't get run over. Her husband doesn't run over her, and she has the right balance. Now, one thing that most black wouldn't go for is the man having more than one woman, but the other parts, fitness mom is probably the perfect example. I can be a bully. The evil twin is a bully. I'm not gonna lie about that. Evil twin comes
Oh,
out. He gives no fucks.
shame on you being bad.
You've heard it. He said
Yeah, I have.
he'll say in a minute, fuck your feelings, cupcake.
I call that he's tired now
Uh-huh.
and had enough explaining.
The doormat is an excuse. Black women know what it is because they see white women do it all the time. White women are not doormats by any means. They are not doormats by any means. Hispanic women, Latina women are not doormats. Okay, they have a place. They know where their place is. Um, they're not
And it's
doormats.
training. It's training as well.
Yeah,
That's another
it is
thing.
training. And I was actually talking to Dr. Johnson before I got on. Um, People question why it works so well, like in before my mother's time and before.
Mhm.
Is that and Char could say that because her mother was like that. Basically, a man marrying somebody like my mother, Char's mother, man didn't have to do anything. He had to train her to do nothing. He had to negotiate anything. Basically, um, he did his thing, and she did hers. He didn't have to tell her how to do anything. He didn't tell her how to cook,
Hmm.
clean, negotiate, nothing. He didn't have to tell her nothing. Okay, are we agreeable with each other? Yes. Let's get married. That's it.
That's
And
true.
she go and she just goes to she and she's expected to do certain duties, and she just does it because that's how she's trained. And basically, and Char can tell her mother would do it if when your father died, your mother was still doing the same thing she had been doing, right?
Yes, that's true.
For the most part.
Hmm.
So basically, whether he's there or not, she's gonna do the same thing. And that's why it works so well. So it wasn't a matter of black women being doormats or them being overly submissive or anything like that. The training kicked in. They knew what to expect out of it. When trust and believe, when they didn't get what they expected out of that man, he wasn't doing his part. Trust and believe, black women put foot to ass. Don't work all week and we have bills due and you go drink up or gamble away that check and expect to come bring your black ass back in the house because
Hmm.
there's gonna be issues. There will be issues. Okay.
That's right. These
And
kids need to be fed. A whole
yeah,
lot of stuff needs to be done. What
heat,
you need to do?
we need heat in here, we need food, we need clothes, blah blah blah. You just spent up the check. Oh no, brother, we got to have a talk. And call the police before you get here because and the ambulance because that may be involved.
Sure,
Careful.
wasn't no heat included in the South.
The shoe,
Uh-uh.
boy.
You just move
That's
to
why
the north and then get that to like the
that's
70s
that's
or 80s.
that's why I asked. That's why I asked Kara because she's from Louisiana.
Uh-huh.
Are you aware of what the boiling water on the stove means? And she laughed. In other words, mama and grandma wasn't no doormat. Okay, that wasn't about to go down. All right. And
Hmm.
a lot of times, well, because it's funny, if say if it's Friday, you're supposed to have the check, and you don't get home, right? For those wives, they couldn't go to the job and pick the check up before he got a hold of it, which used to be a standard. Um, and you didn't get home till 11 o'clock at night. She knew that you did something with that money,
Yep.
and she knew when your car pulled up, you they can always see him go through the back door. If they heard water boiling, I need to sleep someplace else tonight till she cools off. If
Is
you
that
hear,
where that blues?
huh?
Go ahead.
Say what?
I was getting ready to say, is that where that blues song came from? Sneaking in the back door.
Oh yeah.
What?
Well, sneaking the back door is two things: sneaking the back door, but also sneaking in the back door as the man in the
Cheating.
house is going to work. Yeah, which is always cheating in the back room. It's the same thing. Why Millie Jackson? But yeah, yeah. There's a yeah that's so I asked Kara. She said, "Yeah, my mama still does it." I said, "Uh huh." That means they ain't doormats. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't get the chance to see it, but
Hmm.
I'm sure it was fine. It worked out. She said what she had to say, and you said what you had to say, and that was that.
But it's spawned a lot of conversation. So you'll hear the reboots for the next week
Oh,
or so.
I'm sure. Um, have anyone heard in the news that Sade's daughter um, came out as a transsexual?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised. I don't know at that level that the way they raised them that yeah you can see a lot of that. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Will Smith's son actually came out
is
as
next in line.
next in line. Yeah.
Yeah, what I had read of the article is that uh, he had taken a couple of pictures on what was it, Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and he posted them, and I think he was still in the hospital.
Oh, he got the operation.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh,
and he
she
mentioned
Oh, she had to change, huh?
yes,
So she was born a girl.
Correct.
Okay. Hmm.
And she said she was always a boy in her head with a
Okay.
girl's body.
Okay.
And mentioned about the pain and suffering, all those type of things. And I was thinking, I'm like, you didn't have to go through the physical pain of doing it to your body, because I'm wondering how far did she go? Did she have her insides
Um.
taken care of, or how far?
Uh, um. No, if they're talking about the ovaries and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Oh no, they wouldn't. Possibly, but the ovaries will cause a big, since it's not external. Or taking out the ovaries actually cause a huge chemical imbalance. So, which is why
yeah,
a lot of post-ops actually commit suicide. Big, huge
yeah.
psychological effects by doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I always wondered how far the person is going to go
Mm-hmm.
to change that body. Yeah, she didn't give that many details. She just said she suffered physically, mentally, psychologically. Uh, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure, and very expensive too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That kind of change. Yeah,
Wow.
and basically, yeah, and basically, one thing going from male to female, but going from female to male, and having to deal in a male realm, and you're going to be uh, usually a lot smaller than the guys,
Mm,
and you're still gonna come off as effeminate to guys. So you're really never really going to be accepted. So I was always just curious. I don't know how
yeah.
do females accept male male to female transgenders. From what I heard, from my understanding, is that they're tolerated. They're not really liked. They're tolerated. So
Hmm.
all that support and admiration and upliftment is just all fake. It's all political.
Hmm.
That's what I'm hearing. So it's not what it appears, but it's political.
Yeah, I have no idea. I can imagine that the person, even after everything is done,
Hmm.
cannot have a normal life. There's always something going on mentally as well as in the world.
Hmm. And then
It's
you
got to
gotta
be a struggle.
and you gotta find a woman that will accept it because guess what you're gonna have? You're gonna have a small penis. They
Yeah.
they can only give you a penis a little bit bigger than your thumb.
Mm. So there's a measurement they make. Wow.
No, wait, no, no. The thing is, they have to form a penis out of your clitoris.
Oh, okay. Nothing extra, just what you got. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh,
So
Lord.
they have to extend it because that's where all the nerve endings are. Normally because I've heard them talk about the penis size is about the size of their thumb. You have one, but it's about the size. If you get a post op, it's about the size of your thumb.
What are you going to do with that? Wow.
I I don't know. So the thing is, now you have male pressure. You thought you had it bad as a female. Now you have male pressure because
Hmm.
the rules are different. You look they look when I guess when females look at males, they look at all the positive aspects of it. What males can go where they want, do what they can want to do. They don't need permission. They can travel the world and without any problem. No, you got to protect yourself. Okay, you got to look out for
Right. Always
you
challenged.
always
So,
challenge. Yeah,
okay.
you always challenge. And if you want to mate, then there's criteria that you have to meet.
Hmm.
So hope she finds a nice, understanding woman, or maybe she's not with women. I don't know.
That is too much. Mhm.
It's almost like Magic Johnson's son. He's being 6'5" and want to be a woman.
Oh, right.
Mm-mm.
That
Wait, wait,
is tall.
it was size 16 feet.
Is he in his or about to reach 30?
Yeah,
Because I think he up there, right?
he's in his 30s. Yeah,
Oh, gee, that's a little late. Ooh,
I don't think he's I think he's just transgender. I don't think he's a transsexual. I don't think he's post op.
okay. Wow. That is just the most interesting thing to have it approved. It's not medically necessary. That
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
most
well,
interesting thing to me.
yeah, well, he she is in Europe, and two, they have the money.
Well, yeah, that is that. That is that.
What's up, Kevin? Yeah, once Magic was okay with it, actually accepted it, and they let him come out. Then I guess everything was fine because he had been that way for a long time. In fact, um, what I'm hearing, what I'm understanding, him and Cookie almost got a divorce over that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she kept it from him when he was little. She didn't let him come out until he was like
Oh, okay.
14 or 15 years old when they couldn't hide it anymore. And she should tell him you can only be that like this when daddy's not home, when daddy's gone out on the road.
Wow.
And they had a big falling out when he finally came out
Hmm.
and found out that his wife was actually keeping it a secret. They had a big falling out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was nasty.
Oh yeah, well yeah, you know, you think your
Hmm.
son is normal. Number one, you're an athlete in Los Angeles where you're well known as this alpha male.
Hmm.
And trust and believe, Magic made the rounds. Okay, Magic was a real alpha male, and I don't think he has a belt because the so many notches were on the belt. So he didn't get to Wilt Chamberlain numbers, but he made a run. Okay,
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
made a run. So you have this very famous alpha male in a big fish in a big pond, and you the 6'9" and masculine, and your son is gay or even worse than gay, queer,
Hmm.
likes to dress up in women's clothing. You know that in and it comes as he's 13 and it's a shock to you. You didn't even get to see it develop and find out your wife's been hiding it all this time.
Wow. I think one other things about that is he's actually meeting his son, actually who he's been all this time for the
Uh-huh.
first time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think they were like he was like 15, and he didn't really get exposed until like maybe 10 years later when they basically he had he's dating this little white guy. This little white guy like 5'7" or something like this. Big old 6'5" dude. This little 5'7" little white guy, almost like a pet. It looked like his poodle.
Mm-mm. Boy.
Magic was banging a whole bunch of folks. So who didn't Magic bang when he was young? Magic made the rounds. Connie Connie Chung before she got married used to stay at Magic's place. So Magic made the round. And Magic said he used to walk into meetings, right, with high powered people, high powered
Hmm.
women, and he walk in the door and he closed. He said, "Close the door," and he closed the door. Turn around, she's getting undressed.
And the party is beginning. Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, I
There's
had a
Gab.
friend.
Hey,
I
hey,
had
Gab. Hey, Gab, I got one thing to say to you, Gab. I told you so.
a.
And have what's her name look at my last video because she said I was a liar and because I had never been to Africa and I was lying. I was a lying monkey.
What the world?
Have her look at my last video.
What's with the name calling?
Well, because shit, they felt safe because it was Gab. But but that's part of why um I stopped kind of dealing a lot with the conscious community because
Hmm.
if you have a disagreement that women don't like, guess what? You're gonna get that reaction that they gave me. That's typical. I've been through that before. I've been through that before. No, it's all right. No, you don't have to be sorry. No, the thing is that I was, I held back because I was trying to respect your platform. I knew you would get them. You did the right thing. It wasn't you. You did the right thing. You checked them. I was waiting for you to check them because I didn't want to get loose. It wasn't your fault. Gab, I know how they are. Okay, I know how they are. And I took one of those rocks because they want to believe that that narrative that every interaction with white men was rape and involuntary, and I can tell you that it wasn't. And
Hmm.
when I say that it wasn't, that it ticks a box, and I know they're gonna get upset. In fact, reading that article, go back rereading that article. Now Africa is gonna have to come. All of the black community have to come and actually come to grips that the African slave trade. In fact, they said it in the article, slave trade went on well before white men ever touched Africa. Okay, it had been going on, and basically, and there was some brutal slave trading going on where they would actually raid villages. You know, and we need to come to grips with that. We need the truth to actually come out, and for the Africans to actually tell the truth because they hid that shit. They hid that shit on purpose. Um, they hid it because they're embarrassed because they what they did to their own and shipped them off. White men came in and conquered them too, and they had to face the same thing. So they got embarrassed. They started cleansing the records. We need the truth to come out. So even it's uncomfortable even for me because I was just looking at yeah I was just looking at after reading the article I was actually looking at um the Belgium invasion and what was it King not King Al was it King not King Alfred was it King Alfred King Leopold, and I started looking at the pictures. I said, wait a minute. If white men cannot come down into sub-Saharan Africa and actually hold ground, who held it for them? Turns out they had proxies, black proxies, doing it for them, and you actually see the pictures them lined up with their little guns. And so we have to come to grips with that. Yeah, they keep saying that. They keep saying that. I don't believe that either. They need to come out and tell the truth. Because if that was you, if that was the case, you wouldn't start cleansing records. Because even that article,
Right.
they said there was certain places where they had cut off limbs. So I don't know how much more. Don't tell me Africans can't be brutal. They can toward their own. But the thing is, they need to actually fess up and actually say what's going on. Yeah. Oh, 90% of King Leopold's forces were black. 90%. So we need so so basically we need a true retelling of it, and for it to actually come out. In fact, a lot of the Africans here said they were too they they had ancestors that actually traded slaves. That's where their wealth came from. So they come here, they're embarrassed. They don't want to say anything. They're embarrassed because they know the truth, and basically they're saying they don't want to cause us any further pain. So they say virtual pain was possible. Nah, actually, you know, I expect it. You guys, now you guys wonder how come I don't want to inflict that upon my fellow co-workers in the conscious community. Now you know why. That's what they would get, and that's typical. Yeah, it's still up. In fact, I put the section where we disagreed. Actually, is in my last video. It's in the front of my last video. No, Gab was cool. Gab was cool. Gab checked him. You know, because if he didn't, I was gonna check him. And Gab didn't want me to get loose. No, Gab checked him. That's Gab. That's good. So Gab will wear the shoes for only so long. When you he'll pull out the red cape on you if you go too far. Do I believe Trump? Yeah. You know why? Because I think the deep state has abandoned him. Whatever he did, they turned on him, and the deep state was protecting him. 'Cause Republicans really don't like Trump, but the thing is, he's a necessary evil. And along the deep state was protecting him, I think they were willing to ride with him. But the thing is that if the deep state's not going to protect him anymore, then I think Trump may be a goner, which is shocking to me. We'll see.
Yeah, he'll get impeached, but he won't be removed. So,
Yeah, he will get impeached.
hmm what else I want to mention? Uh, oh, the real ID card will be necessary for
2021
which, I actually have it for October 2020.
for Illinois.
For all states to be able to fly in anywhere within the United States,
Is it
the
20?
driver's license must be compliant.
With California, I think it was 2021.
They moved it for you all?
No, it's been that way because I didn't want to go through all the crap of getting the real ID, so I just got a regular ID, and I do believe they said 2021,
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. You can
I'm
still I
gonna,
can see one of my California because it's state by state.
yeah, I'm gonna check your state. But when I was looking at it today, I said, because I had been waiting because I didn't want to have to do it until I have to. So I'm like, okay, I got 2020, I'm good.
Hmm.
Okay, Art is confirming it's 2020. Is it the month of October? Because that's what I read. Because they may have changed it. Yeah, it says 2020 as well,
Okay.
October. Yeah, that's what I was reading today, and I said,
Hmm.
well, I'll go ahead and oh, Pennsylvania. Okay, I'll go ahead and let people know because some of you guys may be renewing your driver's license,
Okay.
and um, just saying, I wouldn't be renewing it without that real ID.
Yeah.
I won't, get the whole thing because sometimes, like for me, I would have to renew next year.
Yeah. Why don't they just force everybody to
Uh,
get everybody get a passport and be done with it?
um, well, money. Maybe that's it. They like we get some money in our state
Hmm.
and get some extra. So that might be it. But yeah, go ahead and
It was so
make sure you do that.
if you had a real ID, what do you need a passport for?
Well, one is for the states. The other one is to go outside the
Yeah.
state.
So it was one
The
one.
real ID is for just the United States. But if you go other places,
Uh-huh.
that's when you need that passport.
Basically have to go through the same thing as with the real ID as you do with a passport. So, in fact, I think the The bar is a little lower for a passport.
Now that I don't know,
Uh-huh.
but I do know customs is involved when it comes down to traveling outside the U.S. So,
Yeah, yeah. What I'm saying
uh,
is, how come they just don't federalize the whole thing? Said once you go to Real ID, then you're on a computer system, which is really all the Real ID is about.
hmm
Say federal. It's a federal mandate. So instead of doing that, why don't you just just make everybody's ID digital, like a digital passport?
hey, it must be the money. So that's that. Everybody get a little piece of it.
Yeah. In fact, I think with the Real ID, if you have a passport, it's a lot easier. Was it a bill and a passport or something like that?
Yeah,
There eventually that's where they're headed to a national card. Don't
yeah, one step at a time.
One
I
step at a
believe
time.
that.
Yeah, instead of going through
hmm
these little steps like Real ID, just nationalize it because that's all they're doing.
Yeah, that I do believe.
Because I think New York, you had to do it like 2 or 3 years ago.
Mm, okay. I know they kept moving it and moving the date, moving the date. I'm like, I'm gonna keep on waiting.
Really all they need is your thumbprint. If they do your thumbprint, everything else is in a database. They can tell who you are. I don't even know why they're going through all of that. I guess for people that slip through the cracks.
Mm. Then, you know what? I think most of the public wouldn't feel comfortable with that too.
What's that?
You may have to ease when you do things like that. You got to ease it on people. You just can't say, "Hey, we need your thumbprint. We need your fingerprints." For what? My
I mean,
privacy. Blah blah blah.
no, no. Basically, if you go for an ID card, for an ID card to fly, like a driver's license or an ID card, you got to give up a thumbprint anyway.
Yeah,
They,
but
they've been
some
in the
people, I'm not traveling.
oh, if you don't travel, you don't need the card or driving because they've been doing the thumbprint in California for 30 years.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
doing okay to do it there. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, it varies a little bit. Okay.
yeah. I thought it was 20. I knew it was 2021 or close to 2021. So that's what it was. The last time I had to do it, I didn't feel like going through all the rigmarole to actually get a real ID. I had an issue with the driver's license.
You said you didn't appreciate that, huh?
Yeah, I had to go. Had to go back. I said, "Where's my driver's license?" And then because the lady said, "Do I?" I said, "Do I need to go for a written test?" And she said no. And so I didn't take it. So I left. It said the driver license hadn't came. Let me go check on this. Well, they're holding up your application because you didn't take a written test. I said when
Wow.
she told me that that I didn't need a written test. Let me go back through. So I went back through, did the written test, to walk it back up the counter. It says in here on the computer you don't need a written test.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I said. Are you gonna send me
For
my
my
license?
trouble, can you just extend the date, the expiration date?
Well, it doesn't
We'll
matter.
call it even.
Yeah, I got to go. I have to go back and let me Alpha Omega. Why are you listening to Taz? Number one, number one. Let me ask you a question. Why are you bringing that? Why are you bringing that here? Why are you bringing that here, Alpha Omega? Why are you bringing that here? Do you ever hear me bring up the neutral zone?
Yeah, we're talking about something else too.
Nah, I know. It's you. I know you in my chat. Why are you bringing that to my chat? Answer me. If you don't answer me, boss, I'm gonna block you. Answer me. There's a reason that I don't do that. There's a reason that I don't talk about them. Basically, we had it out. We had our debate. Blah blah blah. They went their way. I went mine. Okay. I have no problem if you want to go over there and enjoy and partake and imbibe whatever you want to imbibe. All I ask you is that um, number one, if I don't rock with a person, don't bring them over here. Number two, don't try to sow some kind of discord. Okay. If I think I'm gonna get triggered by them, I don't listen to them. Same thing with Obsidian. You don't see me talk about Obsidian over here. Okay. People want to keep stuff going. Okay. If I want to start a beef, I'm perfectly capable of starting beefs all by my lonesome. I don't need help starting beefs. I can do that all by myself. Now answer me, sir. Why you bring that over here? Said three things can happen when you get with a woman. Two of them are bad. Oh, okay. You could be. You could. Okay. Three things happen. You can be happy with her, get married, live happily ever after. Those are good things. Two other good things: you get child support or divorced. Those are the three. Those are two bad things.
Hmm.
Now, the good things, if you have a happy relationship with her, whether you stay together or not, that's good. That's hard to maintain. But the other two things are bad.
Oh wow.
Alpha make it. What? Okay, bruh.
Wow.
What? Uh, email chart. I want to talk to you, bro. Why you over here? Okay. I guess you need an Uber. But I'm gonna send you to the corner and have you think about it. I mean, if the people have fans, okay, you have fans. If you want to come on and discuss it, we come on and discuss it. But don't bring their stuff over here. Anybody else want to bring up? Yeah, anybody else want to bring up Taz and Nyla? I have no problem with people having relationships with Taz and Nyla. If they said something worthwhile, you can bring it. Don't come over here starting a beef. Okay. Anyway, back where we're
Let's see. Where was I?
going.
Um. Oh. Samuel Jackson voice will be used for Alexa.
Oh,
What you
okay.
think about that?
Oh, cool. Since I have an Alexa, might have to check him out. Uh,
I said that I would want one, but it would have to be the Whisper's voice.
the whispers.
I, yeah, I want to say, "Hey, Scotty,"
Oh.
said, "Yeah, what that mean?"
You ain't shit, Char.
Till they get that, I'm not getting one.
Okay. Well,
No
yeah.
fun.
Well, what I'm saying is that why would you come in my chat trying to start a beef? If you want to comment on what I said during my debates, or what me and Gab actually went into, you can do that. Now, if Gab wants to comment on what happened on this channel, he can do that. Okay, they're parties, third parties, whatever. Everybody's gonna comment on something. If they want to go in on me on their channel, they're perfectly welcome. Okay, it is what it is. Wouldn't be the first time. The thing is, I'm trying to keep it down, especially on this channel. I try to keep this kind of stuff down.
Okay.
Okay, Conflictions actually said, "Have you seen a show called Masters of Sex?" Now, why do you ask Char about that?
Did
But
he
have
ask me that?
he has asked you that? Yes, he did.
What's all with these questions like
I,
that?
I don't know.
Yes, I have heard of it. It's advertised on, I think, Amazon.
Oh, is it okay? Oh, talk about with Masters and Johnson.
Yeah, if that's
Mas-
what you're talking about,
yeah,
I've heard of it.
yeah, Masters. Okay, now I remember now what it is. But HBO had it for years. They used to have real sex and all kinds of stuff. So all that kind of stuff, all that kinky kind of stuff that people are just now hearing about, that was on Real Sex on HBO shit 20 years ago. Uh, BDSM, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What up, Craig?
I always said it aired on Showtime. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Masters and Johnson used to air on Showtime. That's where I heard of it. So it's an old show. Uh oh. I ain't gonna put that one up. You see that,
Yeah,
chart?
I'm just ignoring that. I don't know nothing about that at all.
That must be the 10% chart that you're talking about.
I have to pull out my coats out the closet because it's getting cool here in Chicago. You know,
I still remember
temperature change.
that picture of you when you see nothing but the glasses. I mean, just a little crack and nothing. I think the glass. I think underneath the glasses had fur around them,
Uh-uh.
and the glasses on the outside of it.
Heck no.
Is that you? Is that you, Char?
Mm.
Talk about coats.
Okay. It
Fur
was
line
no
mummy.
joke.
Fur line mummy. That's what you look like. Boy, shit.
Yeah, that's why I knew Jesse was lying, talking about going to get a Subway sandwich.
At 2 in the morning, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we were freezing. I'm like, this man, you weren't that hungry, I tell you that much.
Not for no
Not
sandwich.
for them temps.
Not for them sandwich. No.
No. As soon as that air hit you, oh, you know what? I am not hungry.
Mhm. And not the double hawk, but the triple hawk.
Okay, it was a triple at that time.
Hmm.
Schools had closed, even some of the businesses closed.
Hmm.
So you know it wasn't a joke.
Mm-mm. I said, who rules the night? The hawk. 16,
Okay.
16 below. You ain't going out in that weather. Not in Chicago. Not with that wind.
Mm-mm. No, not a bit.
Just juicy's away.
Uh-uh.
That
Well,
was
see,
hilarious.
he could have used DoorDash, any of those
Oh
places.
shoot. He could call his
Every
personal
place.
assistant, bring him food if that's what he really wanted. 2 in the morning, just go to sleep and wait for a couple hours. Fast for like 4 hours.
Conflictions is always starting something.
Oh yeah.
Now, why would you recommend that I watch it? That's what I want to know. So I'm gonna wait till you answer. Why would you recommend that I watch it? Why do I need to watch it? That's what I wanted you to answer, okay? So that's your next response. Just let me know. Anything I'm looking for, something you want me to know. I mean, come on, just let me know. I need to know these things.
Hey, Dallas Cowboys is Dak Prescott. They actually pined for Dak Prescott to make the All Pro team. What you think? Well, I wonder how the brothers feel about Dak Prescott being a mulatto. That's what I really want, having a white mother. I ain't heard nothing about that.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it.
I guess if you're good, it doesn't matter, huh? Well, he's not the only one. The other quarterback in Kansas City, he's also mulatto. He's mixed with a white mother. I don't blame him. Hey, yeah, I want that big check too. If you earn it, you know, why should white guys have all the fun?
Conflictions.
Yes, yeah.
It's an
So,
old show,
so did
so
the
why again would you recommend it?
oh they
Educational purposes. Stop
oh
playing
oh
with it.
oh Alan Anderson. Oh, they talked about Obama's white mother. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. That was the topic. He actually calls himself. They used to call him the magic mulatto.
I'm gonna give you the link, Conflictions, so you can come here and explain it to me. I want to have a conversation with you. Hmm.
Romo was good until he got under pressure. Then Romo kind of melted. So, all right. What else you guys want to talk about? Can't just talk about the Cowboys. I wonder where a couple of people were supposed to come because they had topics.
Speaking of DoorDash,
Mm,
yesterday they had a data breach of nearly 5 million accounts,
uh-huh.
but it only affected those that signed up before April of 2018. So
I don't believe
this is
in
a
that.
lot of people.
I think somebody's selling this information and they just
Oh
find.
yeah, I believe that.
I don't think they're breaking in.
Yeah, because that's too easy. Those many accounts at one time.
Yeah,
Not at one.
yeah, Obama is Barry. Basically, you can't go to a white school and be called Barack. Okay, it's not gonna happen. They're gonna call you Barry. I had no issue with him. He's the closest thing that you're gonna get to a black president in this country. So, what do you guys think about the piece I put up about Michelle? This causing things.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look at it. Wah wah wah.
I haven't seen Judge lately. Oh, Judge Dre? No, I hadn't seen him. He's probably busy. He's got work to do, so he's probably busy. He's probably got a house, a couple of houses he has to fix on. So no Walmart Tavius? What is Walmart Tavius? I
Hmm.
ain't never heard of that one. Clue me in. Can a man go 50-50 with a woman and still be head of the household? I would say no.
That's half and half.
I would say no. I would say no.
Because, well, I can't speak for all, but I would think that some would say, well, I put in just as much as you.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, if
My
even
50 cent is just as important as your
e-
50 cent.
even the submissive queen says laughing out loud at 50-50 and head of household. Told you, still got she got some black woman in her. Okay. Well, that's just women, period. It's not just black women.
Say equal rights.
Now, if you want 50-50, you're gonna have to take a step back. Yeah, if you have that, if you want a successful woman that's going 50-50, that's stuff you got to put up with.
Hit
It's
the like button, guys.
like but
Please.
to your left.
To the left, to the left.
Yeah, if you want 50-50, then That's equity, which is basically what feminism is actually shooting for. Then there's things you're gonna have to put up with. You put your foot down. That doesn't mean nothing. You have to negotiate. And if you want to negotiate through your relationship or marriage, then that's on you. It the best thing I could say is in a 50-50 relationship is two people actually going in the same direction, which is difficult. But if you can find that woman that's going in the same direction and is agreeable, then 50-50 is not that big a deal because she's going to do what you want to do anyway. And you're willing to pick up the slack because at the end of the day, what a man's purpose and goal is to actually achieve where he's going. So if you want to start a business, you want to be successful, have a great family, whatever it is, that is your aim. And if she's facilitating that, it's 50-50, go for it. Whatever it takes for you to get to the end without conflict. The only thing problem is with 50-50 it causes conflict. There's a whole bunch of things where 50-50 comes in. It takes a different it's a different mindset. Most men and women haven't really been trained for a 50-50 household. There's always going to be a dominant and submissive. Well, the thing is 50-50 in theory sounds good. It sounds good, but take it from me. Okay. Um I've been in 50-50 relationships and it sounds good, but it sounds good, but the thing is there's a whole lot of compromise you gotta do in 50-50 relationship. Whole lot. Yeah, you can't be in the leader and equal shareholder. It doesn't work that way. And- well, that's true. If you want to keep the whole 100 to yourself, um, and stay by yourself, that's true. But the thing is, if companionship's not that big a deal, then yeah, I would. You don't need companionships. You don't get in a relationship or get married. You can outsource whatever you need.
Yeah, 50-50 is good for roommates. Nothing wrong with that. Be
Or
excellent.
or partners going in the same direction. If she wants a family and you want a family and you want the family to grow and um yeah, if it's 80-20, you have more voting rights. All right, Blue Devil G, chill out. I'm all caps.
And hey, what happened to those likes? Got about 10 after we asked so
You,
politely.
yeah, you could pay the bills and she'll still require more. Yeah, well then she can require anything she wants. I used to tell my partner that he was married. He basically, he works 60 hours a week and talk about his wife is complaining. And I told him line up some rocks and see if she goes out and kicks him. Yeah, basically, it's basically a 50-50 relationship is actually asking for a power struggle. And women have two modes. They have two modes for men: either leader, head of household, or child. There's very little in between. So trying to get that middle ground where she's your partner, the 50-50 partner, you're asking for trouble because she's gonna try to mother you. That is her default mode. Either you're a head of household, a leader, or she's gonna try to mother you. If you want to be mothered, that's fine.
Mm.
A woman, you say, well, she's trying to mother me. That's what she's supposed to do. That's her biology talking. She can't help but mother you. You might not like it, but that's her default instinct. She's a mother. She has children. So she like Michelle Obama. Her natural instinct is to mother you. And unless you're firmly planted as a leader, guess what's going to happen? She's going to try to mother you. That's all. There's the only two modes that she has for her men, or anybody really. Either they lead her or she mothers them. Men are a little bit more nuanced. There's more room. But for women, you can try it. I wouldn't suggest it. Women are really having a hard time being head of household or being lead. And that's the problem with the 92s, especially in corporate. The more money they make, the harder it is because they don't really want to be providers. Provider for a woman means mothering. It's not caretaking; it means mothering. So if you're in that position, you're gonna get mothered. So if you don't like being mothered, then I wouldn't suggest a 50-50 relationship. Find a woman that can actually live off of what you can afford. 50-50 relationship, yeah, yeah, well, you can say that it's about teamwork. And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But I'm just talking about the psychology of 50-50. And even the feminists are having problems with 50-50. They're trying to convince women to actually want it. I mean,
Who is the person that's willing to try the 50-50? I don't know who asked originally.
there's a lot of people out there that have to do it by default because they won't eat the next day. There's a lot of guys, a lot of people, a lot of guys out there with 50-50. And sometimes, sometimes there's 40-60 because they can't afford it. So they have to take what they get. Well, black women try to mother you even if it's 80-20, they're gonna try to mother you because they don't know anything else. Yeah, Fitness Mom says it. That's Miss Submissive. She said either you lead us or you're our child. That's basically it.
Um,
Etheric,
Antoine.
etheric outlaw. Well, thing is, in theory, that stuff sounds good in theory, and a lot of women ask for it in theory, but that's not what they mean. It's one thing if you're dating a guy, 50-50 is fine, okay? But to make a household out of 50-50, uh, I trust and believe I tried it, okay? It is not where you want to be. It ain't where you want to be. Unless you guys are so linked to the same mission that it's inseparable, then it doesn't matter. She can make more money, you can make more money. It doesn't matter because you're going in the same direction. But that is a difficult trick to actually pull off. you can just, it doesn't matter. You know, dragging, kicking, and screaming. Look, with me or without me, with me or without me. Either you want to do this or you don't. If you don't want to do this, and I'm dead set on doing it, you know what? Kiss her on the forehead. Say, baby, you need to go find you another man. And a lot of guys aren't cool with that. Seeing their woman, their coochie, go someplace else. Okay, or see their former woman, the woman they love, with somebody else. And I tell my women, I'd rather see you happy with somebody else than be miserable with me, or and making me miserable. Go be happy with somebody else. In fact, I think one girlfriend I said I'd actually go out and help her find another dude so she could be happy. I'll go help you find him. I said it. A lot of guys would rather be miserable and out of pride instead of being happy. You know, if she's not working out, instead of holding on to it, no matter how much you love her, she's making you miserable, and she's miserable. Tell her to go find somebody that's gonna make her happy. And trust and believe, if she goes find somebody that's going to be happy, she's not going to bug you. And then you can actually go on about your business and whatever you're going to do. A lot of guys don't want to take that loss. If you're confident in yourself that you can make yourself happy, then you know it's not a matter of being angry with her. If she's not happy with you, let her go. I said that with swirlers. Yeah, so I said, well, how you feel about black women marrying out of the side of their race? I'd rather them be happy with white men than making black men unhappy. Because if you stay here, you're not going to be happy. Go find you white men that should be happy. In fact, I'll start a GoFund for it for to help out swirlers. Go find white men for swirlers. Get them out of the neighborhood. Get them out of the community. Get them out of the area. So because they're just dragging everybody else down. You want to be white with white men, and you can't get them for whatever reason. Teach yourself to be with them so you can go be happy instead of settling. In fact, I was telling this to Dr. Johnson. When a woman says she's settled, basically she's accepting you, but she's unwillingly accepting you. In other words, against her will, she's actually accepting because she can't. In her mind, she can't doesn't think she can do better, so she has to settle. She's not going to be happy with you. I just have to be here. It's like finding a dead end job that you don't like, but you have to pay the rent. I don't like this damn job, but guess
Mm.
what? I got to eat tomorrow, so I'll settle for this job. No, I'll go help him. I'm serious. Don't believe me. Because Char knows me. I will go help you. I'll actually hey, I got an ex-girlfriend, blah, but she does this, this, and this well. Any takers? These are the qualifications that she asked for. Do you guys have them? Because if not, she's not gonna take it. She's gonna stay over here making me miserable. I need her gone and happy.
Peace is more important.
Peace is more important. Char Willie will tell you. Go in peace. Because a happy ex-mate is a peaceful ex-mate. They're not gonna come back bugging you. I've been that way since I was 18 years old. If I'm not what you want, go find what you want. If I'm not what you want, don't even stop. Okay, don't settle. Don't settle for me because you're gonna settle and you're gonna be unhappy, and I'm gonna be stuck with you with your unhappiness. Well, nothing get accomplished. Unless she does a job for you, she feels a need for you that nobody else can fill. If she does that, then you got to stick with it. She just has to be unhappy. You just got to be unhappy with it. But the thing is, you need her in that spot. Say you got 5 kids, and she decides she's not happy. You need to wait till these kids are grown. That's what you need to do. You need to wait till these kids are grown. Now, if you need to go cheat on the outside once a week with your dude. That's what you need to do. But your ass has to be here so we can raise these goddamn kids. We got 5 of them. You can't leave. You can't drag them with you. And homeboy's not willing to take on 5 children. You know that. Stay your ass here. Do what you need to do, and keep it discreet. Now, when they get old enough, you know what? We'll settle up, and you can go your own way. That's when you have to. She has to settle, and you have to settle because her settling is making you settle. So I have no problem with black women that like white men. What do you think about it? Psst, don't stay over here for the race. And you're not happy, just gonna drag everybody down. Go where you're gonna be happy. But you gotta accept what's on that side. And said one of my uncles woke me up a long time ago to marriage. He one day admitted that he married my aunt only for his children, plus he had numerous affairs in his marriage that opened my eyes. Yeah, that hey, well, that it was much more about family was actually more important than your happiness back then, and you did what
They made it.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So how do you say with granddaddy he had 3 or 4 women because he paid the bills and took care of his kids? Now she ain't gonna tell you what she did, but you
Yeah, we're selfish now.
she ain't gonna tell you.
Me, me, me.
Mm-hmm. Ain't gonna tell you what she did. Yeah, like she didn't like mama didn't tip. Back then, well, now you don't really have a whole lot of. You don't have 5 kids. You have one, and why it's important for one. It's one is a whole lot different from 5. Okay, it's a whole lot different from 5. You can shuffle a one child back and forth. Try doing that with 5 kids. Yeah, they did. As long as she's in her spot, yeah. Even a few other people said the same thing. As long as I don't find out. And I said, I always look at the little things my wife do that make me mad, but my cousin and friends all let me know by the way I have a problem. Yeah, if you're lucky, they're going to be small. It just depends. If you guys are basically on the same going the same direction, it shouldn't be that big because she needs you in the spot that you're in. Being we're too busy with the side families. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's real.
Mm.
And but the black community is well, not one of the few. Well, we have those African roots. We actually accepted uh, side mates, side children, families, if you could afford it. Because back in the day, there wasn't that many black men who could afford families. She's find one that could actually afford one or two. Women took advantage of it. Different time though, but it's still going on. I think Oprah. I think the Oprah own show actually had that show. They're talking about relationships, and this woman had she had 4 kids by 3 men. She had 3 husbands. She divorced them all. Had 4 kids by 3 men. I'm not talking to you, Google.
Hey Google, yeah, what that mean? So that don't sound right. You gotta go, hey Scotty.
Yeah. Well, I got one that they have one that they answered. They say, "Hey, boo boo."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it actually answered the boo boo. So, hey, boo boo.
That's a
Actually,
little flavor.
yeah,
A little flavor.
yeah. Oh, everybody's phone. What'd you do, Beta? Hey, Wolf, what'd you do? Everybody's phones woke up. What'd you do, man? What you up to?
Mm.
You gotta watch Wolf.
Ah.
You gotta watch Wolf and his magical skills.
So that's why I changed mine to hey Scotty.
Uh, women have been sharing men for a long time, especially like men actually die early. So they're normally right after puberty, there's more women than men. You have to watch that women are gunning for your spot. He ain't going nowhere. Fitness mom. He ain't going nowhere. You try and divorce him and see what happens. What you mean? What that paper mean?
Yeah, I don't think he'll be having that.
Nah. You what is that paper? You better take that paper back. Go tell that judge you just kidding. Nah, she's one of a kind. Now,
Yeah, she is who she is.
yeah, she's one of a kind.
Hmm.
Any woman that will actually cook 6 months for a man that just broke up with her is one of
Come over, sit on the
a couch,
couch.
watch TV.
Uh,
Mm.
yeah.
I thought she was gonna say like a week or two. 6 months? Are you kidding?
Okay.
And then go out and bang some other chick? Are you kidding? A black woman stand for that?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna cook for you, and then you're gonna go out with another woman, and they having all the fun? Not gonna happen. And
Oh,
he didn't say it was wrong, so it must be true. But as soon as she tried to leave, guess what happened? Oh no, you're not leaving. Where do you think you're going? I got another man. No, you don't.
He's right across the street. No, he isn't.
No, he isn't. But you broke up with me. Nah, I never broke up with you. I know what you're talking about. Now go in there.
Wasn't me.
Now go in that kitchen and cook me something. I'm gonna sit down on this couch.
Okay, I'll be back.
I'll be right back.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm.
Mhm. I know exactly what he said. I did the same thing. I don't know what you're doing. I got another man. No, you don't. That's not him, is it? Mm. Look, she laughing. Uh-huh. I don't know what that because I'm out of town. So you wait till I go out of town for a few weeks and then try to get another man. Don't work that way.
Okay.
Yes, it's more than just having a woman. Having sex with a woman is different from having a woman, a relationship. There's a lot that goes into having a relationship with a woman. A lot of care and feeding. It's not that simple. Even your side chick you have to have a relationship with. It ain't just I show up and have sex with you and I leave. Don't work that way. Because if you're doing that, only that works is if she has a husband. Like I said, if you're gonna have a side chick that's not gonna bug you, that means she's married. If she's single, it's not gonna work. You gotta have a relationship with her. That's what she's looking for. No, they don't cook. The women are to ask you if you cook. Easiest way to a black woman's heart nowadays is through her stomach. If you cook, you got her. If she don't cook, said unless you're the Grinch. uh, well, Grinch is okay. Grinch is in a different category. You know, if you know about Grinch's past, he's in a different category. He chases a different brand of women. Grinch puts up with stuff that we don't have to put up with because he picks particular kinds of women. You know about that, Wolf. You don't have the same. It's not the normal relationship. It's a different relationship that Grinch has with his women, and he knows when to bounce. Though he's not gonna keep them for 2 or 3 years. He knows when to bounce. He's gonna hit and run. He's not gonna have a side woman. If she can't cook or clean, then I don't want her neither. Yeah. Well, they're becoming a rarity. uh, Normally, if she has kids, she has to cook and clean. So if she didn't know before, she's got to learn. I always said I can cook, but I ain't a doormat. you, you sound like Carob. I can cook, but I ain't a doormat.
Now, why is that in the same sentence?
Women, that's what women say.
But speaking of doormats, is there any update on that officer who shot the guy that was in his apartment?
She was on the stand today. They're going through the defense. I don't know if they arrested, but she got on the stand today, and she broke down a couple of times. They had to take a couple of breaks because she was crying on the stand. Um, so as far as um, the defense hasn't arrested,
Okay.
so I don't think they arrested. So they won't. It might be closing arguments on maybe Monday, but she did take the stand this morning. So
Okay.
she was on the stand for like maybe a couple hours.
Hmm.
You think she's going to jail, Charles? I don't know. White girls start crying, then you never know. White girls' tears might overcome that. Why do you think she's going to? Why don't you
Yeah.
come on there and explain it to us, Charles? Because you're the expert.
He said, "Hell yeah." Wow.
Well,
I don't think so, but
well,
maybe you know some we don't.
he's a cop, so he has a different view of it. He-
I don't see it though.
yeah, I would say so. You shoot somebody in their own house. The fact that you thought you walked into the wrong house. If she wasn't a cop, it wouldn't even be a question.
Right.
Well, hostile. You know how we are hostile. We don't take no shit. So basically, we want to deal with women on our own accord. And she's not a pill popping psycho. I think Amber Geiger seems to me that she was a fighter when she grew up. She seems that she was a mean little chick when she grew up. It's the climate of the time. I don't know, Charles. I don't think any cop could actually walk into somebody's house by mistake and shoot them and get away with that. I don't think that's ever been the case. Not especially if you're off duty. Now, if you had a warrant or something like that, or a mistaken warrant or something like that, I've seen that. But the thing is, to just walk in somebody's house by mistake and then shoot them, I don't think that's ever gone down. But if you want to come on and talk about it, Charles, you're welcome because you are you're a cop. Fitness Mom is in Dallas. She can actually talk about it, how it's playing there. But the thing is, I don't think they'll let her off because it'll be like a borderline riot because Dallas is still half black.
Yeah, I don't see it actually.
Yeah, no, yeah. I would think they would because of the castle doctrine they have. No, the thing is, the castle doctrine is actually in his favor. They have to set another precedent about cops doing it, or people walking in the house by mistake and fearing for their life. Um, I don't know if they're really ready to do that, but the thing is, she's a white woman and she's a cop. She's got two things working for her.
Yeah,
If
I
she, if
think
she if she was high, I don't think she was. If she was high, then they lied on the toxicology because they did take her toxicology and said she wasn't didn't have anything in her system. Yeah, she's gonna
that
be
was
charged with manslaughter.
yeah,
I don't think she intended to kill the guy. It's not like first degree murder or anything like that. I don't think she intended to kill the guy. She screwed up, but she should do some time. I don't think she can just walk. But the thing is, stranger things have happened. And a little white girl starts crying, all of a sudden the world starts melting. Okay, you had a white woman walk in the apartment and leave her keys while I was gone, getting ice cream. She was high as fuck. Okay, you think she was high too? I don't know. I don't think she was high. Yeah, It's a dangerous precedent.
Mm.
Plus a borderline riot. Because black folks are really highly upset about this.
Yeah.
This fitness, mom.
Hi, well, I know about the apartments that
Mm.
over there,
Hmm.
and they have the key fob system, and the doors to the apartments are
Mhm.
self-closing.
Hmm.
So what most likely, because sometimes, like a lot of people will tell you, some of those doors don't close all the way,
Yeah.
and what probably happened is she was sexing, her partner, preparing for that, and apparently he was in the apartment in the dark with just the light of the TV on
Yeah.
as he was, relaxing in his living room. And she supposedly had tried the key fob, which didn't work, but she wasn't paying attention. And when
Mm.
she pushed on the door, it opened up because some of those doors do not close fully on their
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
And she walked in, saw somebody by the shadow of the TV, and shot that person because she
Hmm.
was too busy talking about the sex that she was about to have with her partner.
If she was a regular, if she was a regular person, a non-patrol officer, I would agree with it. But the thing is, she's a cop. She's not a regular person.
Right. And even though she's tired, you realize that your door, you're getting in without your key fob.
She was coming to change clothes to go to the gym. She wasn't tired.
I- I'm like, because I still can't get over that mat, a red doormat. I'm still stuck right there.
I
It,
mean, I could see her missing all. You can't miss all the cues. And basically, if you stuck your key fob in and try to turn and it turns red, that should cue you into that something's wrong.
you step on a mat, that's something under your feet. I'm still, that's a sense. I mean, your senses are saying, what's this I'm on?
Yeah,
It just seems like your brain will alert you of that.
and a light of of a a, a, a 24-inch TV is light. A 50-inch
Mhm.
TV lights up the whole room. Okay, there's no way you can say it was dark with a 50-inch TV. Okay,
Oh no,
you
I'm not making excuses or
uh,
saying that she was right. She was wrong
Mhm.
completely. It's just
yeah,
that she sounds like she's really stupid and was just thinking about having some sex.
yeah, well, yeah. She knew she screwed up.
She didn't even try CPR, try to help him anything. She was still talking to her partner and all this other
She,
stuff.
she gonna lose her job. She was screaming about. And if she got on that stand, they told her if you can't convince this jury, you're probably gonna go to jail. That's probably why she started crying. She couldn't get it done. Okay, I don't
Yeah,
believe
I
in.
don't think her emotions have anything to do with him. I think it's all for
Yeah,
herself. That's why I feel she missed all those cues because she probably just
Mhm.
a self absorbed person who was just thinking about what she was wanting to
yeah,
think about in that moment, which was just sex with her partner,
that's it.
and everything else was just something she didn't care about.
Yeah, but
That's
if she
too
wasn't
much.
if she wasn't a cop and she wasn't white, she probably would. She'd probably be doing life. Yeah, it does light up the whole room. So she's trying to claim that it was pitch black and she all she saw was a shadow. With a 50-inch TV, they can see your face and what you look like.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she saw everything in that room. I
Hmm.
don't think she just cared about, like, she was just focused on her own wants and needs, and then all of a sudden she saw a man in front of her and just blew him away.
Well, that isn't good either because the the position she's in. What are you gonna do out in the street? Just start blowing people the same way?
Hmm.
How do you assess a situation? I mean, it's too much missing there.
Yeah,
You step
I
on a
don't think
mat,
she should
you
have ever
feel
been a
that.
cop.
I
She
mean
shouldn't have
you.
been a cop.
I mean, you'll notice something different. You might still be confused, but you notice there's something different that you completely change because you know how you left your house. Okay, every woman knows how they left their house, and when something changes in their house, a woman can pick it up instantly.
Right. And there has to be some noise on the inside. You
Hmm.
can't tell me he watching TV on silent. I don't believe that.
I don't think they'll give her life, but because she's a cop, and it is possibly a mistake. Okay, so if it is a mistake, I don't think you should give her life. She'll probably get like 5 to 10 or something like that.
I'll give it 3 years, maybe.
Yeah, but she can't walk. Otherwise, there's gonna be disturbance in the force. Yeah,
And
you
logic needed. I was going to mention that too about the smell,
yeah.
because even on different floors,
Mm,
there's a different smell.
it is a different smell.
It really is. That's why I said,
And
she
it,
could have been thinking about getting some, but she
yeah,
just missed too
and,
much.
and, and evidently people have walked to the different, walk into different into strange apartments, to strange apartments by the all the time. If she's done it before, then then she should have actually checked. It wasn't the first time. Yeah, I'm saying it's manslaughter's 12 years, but I think she'll do about 5. She's a cop.
I say she may get 5, but she's only going to do 3 or less.
Well, see, manslaughter is 12 years. Well, that's the max, though, isn't it, JJ? Is it the max or the minimum? Then my house was broken into and they changed all the furniture. I don't believe
Yeah,
it.
she didn't like the arrangement,
Mm.
LAR. She didn't like the arrangement. I'm just joking.
Yeah, a big 50-inch TV. None of the furniture is yours. Um, and he
And he
gets
was a
up and says,
young
"Hey,
brother
hey,
doing
hey!"
good.
And you should. She had the gun. She had the gun drawn before she actually entered the apartment. If you knew that, if you saw the door crack and you had enough wherewithal to actually draw your gun, should have looked up and seen whether it's your apartment or not. Double check. Yeah, I think they had something going on. Something was going on. I don't know if it's sexually. Something was going. Something's missing because it doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. You got any footage that she parked on that same floor before? Because they said she parked, was it one level down or up?
And,
Whichever
and
one.
yeah, because she was there for like 9 minutes before she actually came up and actually parked because she was on the phone talking to her boo because she
Mm.
came in 9 minutes before she actually got out of the car. So she didn't like she just pulled up and walked out. She didn't do that. But she lied about that on the stand. There's too many things she lied about on the stand.
Oh,
So we'll see. But white girl tears can trump a whole lot of stuff though.
yeah.
Yeah, because she was lying about that, and her boyfriend, lover, or whatever he is, was telling everything.
Yeah, you can actually go watch the whole trial. They actually put it up on the internet. It's on WFAA. So they've been
Okay.
streaming. So you actually go watch all the proceedings if you want to go back and look at it. Because
Cool.
they recorded all the proceedings. Yeah, well, yeah, her
Well,
credibility was shot.
thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, the cheerleader did get away with killing her baby, buried her baby. So you never know. White girl tears. You never know. No, it didn't make sense from the very beginning. Too many things went wrong that had to go wrong for her to get in that apartment and shooting. And plus, she was walking in full uniform and full vest because they asked her, "Do you normally carry around your heavy vest? Because heavy vests for when you're actually going into an armed situation." So you're carrying
Mm-hmm.
this heavy 40-pound vest that you're wearing. I said, because when I first started, I said, why is she walking around looking like SWAT and she's supposed to be going home to change clothes? Doesn't make sense. How come she didn't leave that big ass heavy vest in her locker? She actually brought it with her. So you're wearing the full gear, the full belt, the full belt, the full gear, the radio, and the vest on uh, uh, to actually walk in somebody's house. Come on, doesn't make
Oh,
sense.
I definitely want to see this then.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You can actually watch her go back and watch her testimony. It was actually on her latest um on the latest well I should say episode, the latest day.
Yeah, it's an episode, all right. I'll
Mm-hmm.
put it in the chat room too for the people to see.
I think it's WFAA. I actually put
Yeah,
it in
that's
my
it.
community tab. Yeah. Had like 30,000 people watching it today on the internet. Yeah. Yeah. Most people, most cops take their gear off. Is Charles still in the chat?
Mm, it might be this one, not for certain.
Because I thought that was weird when I saw her. I said she looks like she's serving a warrant or something like that. Because I said that vest is thick. Normally they don't wear that kind of stuff. Because they have an inner vest that they wear around, but they have a heavy vest against like rifle shots. There's exterior. And I asked her, "Do you normally wear it?" And she said, "No. It's just for certain occasions. But you're wearing it to go home and change clothes with, and you weren't wearing it on your last call. Why'd you put that on and actually come home with? It didn't make sense. A lot of stuff doesn't make sense.
Ah,
Or pulling a kick.
wow.
Yep.
Now I've gotten off at the wrong floor,
Mm-hmm.
walked up to the door, thought it was mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired.
Mm-hmm. But you come in with your
But
gun drawn and a heavy vest on.
well, I didn't have to wear that to work, but in a second.
Mm-hmm.
I walked up to the door, put the key there, wouldn't fit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the? And I looked up, saw it was wrong apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, uh-oh,
Mm-hmm.
and walked away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it didn't take all day. I wasn't trying to fiddle in or nothing like that. It like
Yeah.
something ain't right. My
Yeah.
key not. Oh,
Yeah.
there it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah. The first thing you're gonna wonder is how come my key didn't fit.
Right. And I was tired. I was really tired. I don't know if I was coming down with a flu or something, but I know I was extremely tired. That
Uh-huh.
I remember. But my senses still said, why my key not working? I looked up at the number. Oops,
Mm-hmm.
wrong one.
Wrong one. Yep. Yeah, but that's the latest. If you guys wanna watch there he is. There he is. Officer, let me ask you first question, Officer Charles. That heavy vest that she was wearing, is that something you either leave in the car, leave in the locker, or do you actually wear at home? You're muted, sir.
Greetings.
Okay, I guess he's on a call or something.
Hmm.
Oh, Cocaine Kills wants to come in. Okay.
Okay, cocaine and anybody else with this late stuff.
Hmm.
Highlight my name. I don't look all the time, but highlight my name. I'll see it,
Hmm.
and then I can give it to you. All right, who you talking to, Link? I mean, come on.
Ask
That's that
nice.
Kevin Samuel stuff. He do that to me, or used to anyway.
Hmm. Ask nicely. Yeah, that vest kind of when I first saw it, um, and he actually asked a very good question. I said, "You came in the full gear. You had a radio on your back. Okay, if you were in trouble, how come you didn't radio instead of calling 911? Because you're 2 minutes away from the substation. I think it was a substation. If you had called, the cops would have been scrambled right away. They'd have been in there within less than 2 minutes. So if something's wrong with your apartment, instead of going in with your gun drawn, how come you just get on the radio?
Whew, something wrong because one, something tells me she was probably drinking. It sounds premeditated as hell, but one, as soon as you like look up, because that sounds like something a drunk person would do.
Hmm.
Because it sounds like she was drinking. I bet you they never took her blood or nothing, no breathalyzer test, which they should have.
They said they took her blood. That's what they said.
They say that, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah, that's what they said.
but something they had a connection somewhere past somewhere because you're not going to just open fire and you see different furniture like oh shit I'm in something. That's like walking to your car and then you notice oh that's none of my shit in the car. Oop.
Yeah, yeah, especially when your key doesn't work. Yeah.
So she's going to jail because they're going to make the example out of her.
Okay. Okay.
Because one, they ain't
Mhm.
trying to have another goddamn riot.
Yeah, that's true.
They're gonna make an example out of her. Two, you can't explain why you in somebody else's apartment and you didn't notice, unless
Yeah.
you were on some type of alcohol, some type of drug. The uniform thing, yeah, I take my uniform home. Some people do, some people don't. It's a personal preference.
Okay.
But to pull your gun out, you just like, what are you doing there? Because obviously they're neighbors,
Yeah.
and he's not working. Yeah, they something tells me there was something romantic in between because it sounds more like either you were drunk or you had a serious crime of passion.
I mean, if you say if you would say if you're living in an apartment, Officer Charles, and you walk up to the door, and even if even if it's your house, say if it's your house, somebody's in your house watching TV, sitting on the couch with his shirt off watching TV, are
Now,
you automatically gonna pull the gun?
now, if I didn't invite somebody or expected somebody, probably so. But circumstances dictate. I'll say that.
I mean,
But if it's somebody that I expect to be there, like okay. But if I'm in my house and so I don't expect anybody there, I'm like, what the fuck's going
you
on here?
know what I'm saying? Or are you gonna say what the fuck's going on, or are you gonna shoot him off the bat?
Now, am I gonna be shooting a person off the back? You got to be a clear and imminent danger.
Right.
If that person's on the chair and they're not charging at you,
Uh huh.
even if you're unarmed and you're in my house and you're charging at, okay, I can get that.
Yeah.
But if the person's just sitting down and you just hold them and you just put them and you just prone them out on the floor, okay, I get that. But you should already know that not shouldn't that's not your fucking shit. That's why I said, either you premeditated, you were drunk or high, or something was wrong. Like you just had this. And when they showed the video, of her like all laughing and joking, that's why that whole crying shit is gonna go out the window. Like,
Hmm.
oh, we're gonna get this typical Barbie crying shit.
Hmm.
Like, you gotta think about it, even white people get sick of that shit. Like, oh shit, white girl cry because she just saw the moon rise. Oh, it's just so pretty. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, no, you gotta go to jail. Like, they're it's like so much wrong that if they fuck it up,
Hmm.
they might not be able to recover that city because especially when you look at dude's background,
Hmm.
it's not he wasn't no dope boy, he wasn't no troublemaking Negro or something.
Hmm.
He was actually a good stand up guy, a pillar of the community. So yeah, they're gonna riot like hell. You gonna get busloads of people just to riot like hell. They're not ready for that type of shit. So yeah, she's gonna have to go to jail, even
Hmm.
just by the circumstances enough because it's going to be they're trying their best not to make it look like a racial incident even though it is.
Well, it could be whether it is or not. The thing is, at the end of the day, you're a cop. You're a trained police officer. If you're a regular citizen and you got confused, yeah, you still go to jail. But probably a trained cop in any condition will pull a gun on somebody and shoot them down over a mistake.
And just to ask that question, somebody asked how many times you heard of people drug addicts walking up. Several times. Shit, it's called
Mhm.
burglary.
Yeah, no, it happens. Yeah.
It happens. Yeah, it does happen. Now, am I tired? And when I look at one guy bought a truck similar to mine
Hmm.
a couple of months ago. Are there times I'm tired and I walk up to the wrong damn like, God damn, that ain't mine.
Hmm.
Yeah, it happens, but you just back out and be like, oh shit, this ain't my damn apartment.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's one of those things where she panicked and she was into all types of wrong and she knows she fucked up because
Yeah.
if you look at her actions at the video, she fucked up
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
trying to console her. That's why I don't feel sorry for them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. She said she fucked up. She said, "Oh, I'm fucked." She was saying to 911,
yeah,
"Oh, I'm fucked."
yeah, she knows she was wrong. Like you cannot tell me that you're so goddamn tired. Like, oh, this person's in my house. Your key's not working.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. The thing is, if it was a regular key that got jammed, you could kind of say, okay, maybe the key jam, but it's a fob. It blinked red. They actually tried it. Said the fob actually blinked red. You know, if
oh,
well, he should have locked his door. No, you're a cop.
yeah,
Okay, even if the door's not locked, wide open.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like, let's say it cracked open.
Hmm.
Are you really gonna check your house by your? Are you really gonna check a house by yourself when there's an open door? The procedure is usually no,
Okay.
because you don't know how many people's in there or what they're armed with.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
got all the time in the world to be like, you know what, I'm here at an open door. I'm at my place. Blah blah blah. So I think one, she had some tombstone courage.
Hmm.
She had a lot of shit going really bad going for her.
Mhm.
Not making excuses because yeah, she totally fucked up
Hmm.
and she wasn't paying attention. Hold on for a second.
And okay,
Okay.
come on in,
Yeah, I was
cocaine.
thinking.
If you can unmute if you want to, cocaine. Go ahead, Charles.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, my friend is actually Botham's attorney, Lee Merritt.
Okay.
And so we're also Facebook friends. So I kind of really kind of keep up with that case.
Hmm.
And, he obviously has been fighting tooth and nail uh, against the the attorneys because they were trying to um, hide evidence and so
Hmm.
forth. When
Hmm.
the officer Amber Geiger, when she walked into the apartment, apparently she was, obviously sexting, allegedly sexting her boyfriend,
Hmm.
and she walked into a guy who was eating ice cream on the
Hmm.
couch,
Hmm.
and she had a gun, he had ice cream. There was no way that her life, she would have felt that her life was threatened and so forth. Um, and I just think that she is going to not get as much time, but hopefully she does get time
Hmm.
because it was she killed an innocent man,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a question. He's innocent. There's not even a question that
Right.
he's innocent. He's sitting in his apartment, you know, with the munchies, eating ice cream, and watching Monday Night Football, and somebody walks in, and he says, "Hey," and you shoot him. That doesn't fly. And you're a cop. You should know better. It's just my opinion. A regular
Well,
person, I say, well, it was a mistake. A cop, come on, you train better than that, in my opinion.
right. And after she
Yeah.
shot him and instead of giving him first aid, she calls her boyfriend.
Hmm. And
So
Wolfman probably said, let him die,
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
which
Greetings,
is
cocaine.
so. Had they met each other before? According, or do you know? Cocaine. Had they met each other before?
No, not formally, no.
I mean,
Mm.
even in
But there
past.
had been some reports of noise.
Hmm.
He likes his church music.
Yeah.
So he listens to his church music really, really loud. So that there have been reports of loud music or whatnot coming from his apartment.
Hmm.
Um, but in terms of them meeting formally, no. But
Okay.
she was aware of, you know, er, people in the complex were aware of his apartment because of the church music.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm hearing. The people knew of him. Just about the whole complex knew of him.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Shar. Did you say something?
I was saying greetings, and then I was gonna
Oh,
say something.
I'm sorry for
Um.
getting smart in the chat.
You didn't get smart.
I actually was just kind of fast typing and working at the same time, so my apologies to you.
It's okay. Um. I was gonna say it goes back to you get to the wrong door, and even if it is open, ajar, cracked, whatever term you want to use, you have a sense of, wait a minute, that you ask yourself, what's going on? And that's, I can't get past that. So if you're gonna, again, if you're gonna get past that doormat, okay, let's pretend she didn't see that. I can't get past the door itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that guy was not walking, even though I wasn't there. There's no way a 20-some-year-old male is watching anything on television that's low, not even porn. It's going to have some sound to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I know she heard sounds on the inside. She had to.
Yeah. I mean,
And
sure.
considering
Wow.
that she didn't have a red doormat, I mean, there were a lot of signs, in my opinion, that would should
Mhm.
have alerted Amber that she was at the wrong apartment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had a red doormat. She didn't. That's an indicator.
I mean, you have to look down. You know, you have to. I mean, if you're going to use the key, you have to look down toward the ground. I mean, you. I'm sure she didn't just do it by feel.
Right, right. And then, there were some allegedly some social media posts that were deleted uh,
Mm-hmm.
that referenced shooting people.
Yeah.
So, it's just a
Oh,
lot of weird stuff going on in this particular case.
Yeah, and none of it makes sense. You know, even the trial, it's enough to actually convict her, but there's a lot of missing pieces that I think they're leaving out. And none of it makes sense. Um, I mean, there's just too many discrepancies. Like um, one they actually showed where she pulled in 9 minutes or 10 minutes before she actually got out of the car. So she didn't just pull in and
mhm.
park and jump out. She didn't do that. She was there 10 minutes talking to her boyfriend or texting her boyfriend. She knew what floor she was on. She had to. She was there too long.
Mm, okay.
They're
So
saying, what were you
sometimes the
doing in?
parking,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I know sometimes those levels of parking, they do look alike, but
Mm-hmm.
they'll either have like letters, colors, they have something because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of those levels look alike. So I do know, even if it was dark, I don't know. It was something. So I even get past that part that she's on the wrong level. I give her that.
Mm-hmm.
The doormat, hey, you feel that on your feet. Okay, I'm gonna give her that. I'm still not getting past that door. I gave you two strikes, but that third one,
Mm-hmm.
you're guilty on that one.
I mean, everything. The door was cracked. It just pushed open under the weight of the key. When she pushed on it. The thing is, once you pushed on it, the door was cracked. Why'd you have your gun drawn already? That's what boggles me. If
Yes,
one
I
thing,
don't even have. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I can understand if you heard noises moving around and the door was cracked, like Charles said, why'd you go in? You went in with
Yeah,
your gun drawn.
yeah. So you have more details than I had. I didn't know anything about the gun drawn,
Yeah.
but just the fact that you're at the door, and as
Hmm.
a woman, I don't care if you have a badge, vest, whatever you have. You're a woman. You sense that. Wait a minute, my door open. Someone may be in there.
Hmm.
Someone could have broke in. You're
Hmm.
not going to go in there. So I'm like,
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
I also read that, when the police came, instead of putting her in handcuffs, they gave her hugs and,
Yeah.
all that stuff. I mean, it's just crazy.
Mm,
Officer
But
involved
they will
shoot.
take up for their own, obviously. And, allegedly they hid, or they're covering up a lot of evidence that should
Yeah.
have been included.
Yeah. What I heard, and this is what I heard. She was working security. She used a master key. That's what I heard. That's
the master key in her building?
Yeah. If you work in security, you have a master key to all that will actually unlock all the doors.
Um,
But
okay.
but it,
So,
but that puts the apartment building liable for hiring you and giving you that key. So they have to change the story. In other words, yeah, the door was actually cracked. That's how she got in. Because it's a secure building. How did you get in? If he locked his door, how'd you get in? Because you have a key fob. How you get past it? 'Cause
Yeah, that family should sue the building anyway.
now, with the building backed out, and who has the deepest pockets, the building or the city of Dallas?
City of Dallas.
Yeah, he's gonna get his money. The thing is, I want to see her do some time.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking. You said five at the max.
I say 5 at the max. You know,
Okay, I say three at the
he
max.
said Charles says more. I mean, that cops, a police department can actually excuse a lot of stuff, but that's not one of them. And walking into somebody's house off duty, walking to a strange house and putting 2 rounds in somebody, and you're off duty too. You know, that's not gonna fly.
Hmm. Well, I've seen some stories that were incredible when they flew. So I don't know.
And when saying a little white girl started crying on a stand and said, "Okay, she may get one of them to turn. Might be a hung jury."
Yeah, because someone woman I think it was at a grocery store,
Hmm.
and I think it was a 13-year-old. I know it was a teenager,
Hmm.
and they turned around
Hmm.
and walked away, and the woman shot her in the back of the head, and she got nothing. So,
Oh, okay. I just put that up. That was Latasha Harlins in '91. Actually, it
oh,
helped cause the L.A. riots where she was in a Korean grocery store, and she she was silly. She put the orange juice in her backpack, and but she had the money in her hand. She's gonna pay for the orange juice, and the Korean lady either she got confused or she actually was mean because she had a gun. So she
hmm,
grabbed the girl's backpack and her sweater and was pulling her. And you sisters ain't taking that, especially from some Asian lady. So yeah, so they got into a tussle and the girl socked her. She because she had a black eye. She socked her and threw the orange juice at her, and then turned to walk away. And the Korean lady picked up a gun and shot her in the back of the head.
right, and that's supposed to be the way you retaliate. I mean, that woman knew better than that. And
Uh,
that
well, she basically they convicted her of 5 years of manslaughter, voluntary manslaughter. But the judge gave her 5 years probation. And from what Beasley said, and what Beasley was saying, is that the Koreans paid a whole lot of money to get her off. They paid a whole lot of money to get her off.
Mhm. I'm like, wow,
Mhm.
the back of the head.
Yeah. If you look at, in fact, if you look at my channel, look at the video Latasha Harlins versus Tyrone Muhammad. I actually played the video at the beginning of the piece.
Oh,
You can actually look at. I think it's like maybe like 3 or 4 minutes where they actually go through the show the tape where she was shot, and they go through the protest and go in. They have the sound of the judge actually letting her off because she's not a danger to society and giving her.
yeah, I'm like, that's a joke.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
in the store, turn my back, and you shoot, and
it
that
well,
okay.
yeah, well, the Koreans paid to get her off. It cost them a lot more money in property after basically they burned down like 1,000 Korean businesses.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, so I don't know. Five. I'm being generous with that three, but
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I think she'll do some time, but it's interesting. I stopped putting things past white people. What white people are willing to accept. That's the only reason, you know. But Officer Charles is a cop. He says she gonna do some time
I'm gonna
because they.
hold you to it. I gotta hold somebody to it. These folks be getting off with murder,
I see where
literally.
the gangs at. They had to hide her. She could. They moved her out of her place. They relocated her. They sent her on vacation. They had to hide her. It ain't all like that. Trust and believe. Yeah, you do something this heinous that they come looking for you. I don't care who you are. Even those four cops that beat Rodney King, they had to hide them. They were looking for him for a good long time. Even Sanjay, it was Sanjay Du. They had to keep her in jail for her
Mm,
own protection. They came and got her right away because 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 they had tried to torch it the first time before the riot. They tried to burn it down before the riot, but it got put out. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, they tried to torch it before the riot, and then during the riot they burned it to the ground. Only place in the whole section actually burned was that store.
okay.
Yeah, but if you want to look at the tape, yeah, I actually found it and I played it. Um, I actually played it at the beginning of my piece. I'm sure if I put the link in it or not. I might have put the link in it, but
Oh,
yeah, they still. Well, he's not in Florida anymore. He had to leave Florida because they came looking for Zimmerman, and Zimmerman had to leave now. Oh, they had 20 guys come to his house, and his girlfriend had explained to him that he wasn't in town. In fact, at the time that they came looking for Zimmerman, he wasn't even in the country. He was in, I think it was Costa Rica, where his mother's.
wow.
Well, oh,
Mm.
they came looking for him. Don't believe that they didn't. They came looking for his ass.
I know he had in the news, he had a couple of women. After his wife left, he had a new girlfriend, and that woman left, and
Mm-hmm.
he got another one. So I don't know if he on 3, 4, 5 by now, but they seem to still like
Ah, yeah. Well, he's a bit of a bad boy.
him. Yeah, don't say.
A bit of a bad boy. You know how y'all women like bad boys.
Yeah, murderers, okay. But yeah, I
I
know
like
what you mean.
I like a little edge. You know, not everybody turns down the stripper char.
I had to do it. I had to.
Not everybody turns down the stripper. And this is a one night Charles is actually quiet. He's on duty though.
Yeah, he's busy.
All right. Anything else from the chat?
Um, I got a strange ism.
Huh?
I don't know if that's what you would call it or not. I got something strange to say.
Oh,
I always got something peculiar.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Um, Now 13 is supposed to be bad luck, right? There's no 13th floor and all that stuff.
Yeah. Friday, especially Friday the
So
13th.
why is it they have?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So why is it that the minimum wage in Illinois in July went to $13? Why
Ooh.
they didn't just go to 14? What's
Uh,
up with that?
because they hate minimum wage, so they give it an unlucky number. You know where they
They
come
were
from.
supposed to.
You know where the unlucky 13 comes from, right?
I don't recall at this moment.
Okay. The
Remind me.
where the Teutonic Knights, well, the Masons actually brought it with them because the
Oh, okay.
the the
Masons.
the,
Okay.
the, the Masonic Knights were actually slaughtered by the King of France on the Friday the 13th, and the ones that didn't escape got killed. So it's always been an unlucky number, Friday the 13th, or the number 13. That's
Hmm.
where it comes from.
Yeah. They should get these folks $14 an hour then. They're gonna
I thought it was supposed to be
skip
federal.
over it on the floor.
Well, at least it's going up. So finally, with the 30, what was it before?
Well, depends on the year. It's been creeping up like $1 a year. Now it's going to go to 50 cents a
Okay,
year.
okay, yeah, the Knights Templar. Friday the 13th. Yep. They wanted the Templars' money because Templars are actually very, very rich. That's where your banking system comes from the Templars.
Hmm.
So they wanted to steal the Templars' money. So the king of the king of France slaughtered the Templars to actually take their money.
Okay.
And do believe he killed a pope too to actually pull that off.
That I have not read. That's new news to me.
And there's a book called Holy Blood and Holy Grail that actually talks about it in the very beginning.
Hmm.
And they actually they actually escaped across the channel to England, to Great Britain, and they started. That's where a lot of your Scottish rights, your Scottish actually learned to fight the Normans. It's from the Templar.
Hmm.
That's how come we have a lot of a lot of we have a lot of Masons that are called Scottish Rite
Oh, okay.
because they learned those esoteric stuff from Templars. Yeah. But anyway, that is the legend that they give for the 13th.
Hmm. Okay.
That's why it's considered an unlucky number.
Well, I say give these folks $14 so they can at least have at least $100 a day because folks
Is
are
it
struggling.
all of Illinois? Or is just Chicago?
Just Chicago.
Yeah, I know Chicago is a little bit ahead of of the rest of Illinois, so it's going to be rated
Yeah.
first in Chicago.
Yeah. My goddaughter had turned out a job that wasn't considered Chicago
Hmm.
because it was less money. So she was like, "Man, I want to work there. It's cool." She said, "But less money, can't do it."
Said also Deb said he's a Sir Knight.
Oh, greetings, Sir Knight. How was your night? Hope you're
Yeah,
having a great night.
but I'm sure hostiles that read Holy Blood, Holy Grail. But that's where the Masons come from the Templars. And then you have the Teutonic Knights that actually were in Germany. They actually organized Germany, and you have I can't remember what the French Knights were called. There's a bunch of them, but
Mm,
there's ones in France. They were called something else, and then there's ones in Italy, and they have another name. But there's about 4 or 5 of them.
mm, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you actually want a short read on the Templars and the Masons, that's probably one of the best books. As a short read, it's not going to tell you everything, but it'll give you a good history and clue about how it works. Even Christopher Columbus's got, father-in-law was a knight, Christian knight. He actually gave Christopher Columbus maps to actually sail across the ocean. So it wasn't he discovered it. He already had maps. He already knew it was there. And actually had to pay a guide, whatchamacallit, guide to actually go help him go there.
Hmm.
A Moorish guide. Actually used the little sextant as he read the stars, as he guide him over there. He still landed in the wrong place. Was
Isn't that interesting?
Priority of Sion? Okay. Priority of Sion. Uh, was it the Haas something? I can't remember the name of him. I haven't read it in so many years. I haven't read it in like 25 years or so. But anyway, that's way off the cuff.
Okay. Interesting about the number 13.
Number 13, yeah. But I'm glad they're raising minimum wage. There's a lot of stuff going on in Chicago. I heard they're like $1 billion in the hole. Like Illinois is like a couple $1 billion in the hole.
It sounds about right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know what the number is, but yes, it's bad, of course.
How's the nurses strike going in Chicago?
Um, I think they let them back. I haven't checked up on it. I know they didn't let them in for I think was it 2 days.
Mm.
But yeah, I have to look back in on that story. It's Friday. Yeah, I think that was the last thing I heard was on Wednesday.
Alicia, all ancient wisdom comes from Egyptian priesthood. It's just their version of it. Um, the Catholics, well, basically starting with the Romans, the Greeks and the Romans actually raided the archives and brought all the books to Italy, and then the Moors brought more books, but the Knights were actually there before the Moors actually invaded. The Knights were actually invented to actually uh, uh, go on crusades against the Saracens, which are the Moors, and over basically over trade routes to China to the Orient. So the Catholic Church actually got together Christian Knights to actually go fight for trade routes. But all that wisdom actually does come from the Egyptians. The actually the Masons say they trace their heritage all the way back to the Masons actually working on the temples and the pyramids. Second, we have the scribe and the square. The square is actually a mortar square where they actually put mortar on the building blocks of the temples and the pyramids.
It looks like the nurses are back at work. They were returned back to work like 3 days ago in Chicago.
Yeah,
I think
they,
Shar, you were saying that.
yeah, they probably
Yeah, because the last thing I heard was on Tuesday.
yeah
I think that was yeah.
they're working too many hours or something.
Uh, I think that was one of the gripes.
Hmm.
Those shifts. Yeah.
Yeah, they
And they
probably
haven't been treating them too well anyway.
yeah. Are they closing down hospitals in Chicago?
That's coming.
It's
I
coming.
heard that through the grapevine that that's coming.
Yeah,
A couple of mergers, but
yeah.
nothing has been finalized. But I did hear that.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're getting ready to automate this stuff, so they cut down personnel.
Mhm.
And so in the meantime, they're squeezing people that can't things that can't be automated into like one central place. That's probably causing all the overtime and all the extra shifts and stuff like that. So this is the disruption before they fully automate. The gaps. Um, they're anticipating automating. So do you let the people go, or do you pay them in the meantime and then let them go? Or do you start merging this stuff together so you force to actually automate and bringing in new machines and new equipment and new practices? And they know what's coming. That's why I see the auto workers actually striking. They know what's coming. They know it's coming. They you can actually see it now. The thing is, before you couldn't see, you can be in denial because you couldn't see it. You can see it now.
Mhm.
I mean, it's so in your face you can't even deny it anymore. You see, also that says there's a hiring freeze as well. Oh yeah, everybody. If teachers voted
Yeah.
to strike, yeah, it's going to happen because people can see it. It's not one of those things that you can't see. Your jobs are at stake. So if you don't do something now, then it's over. Even the truckers know. Truckers can see it.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, they'll
So
promise them 2%, and then at the strike at midnight,
mm,
they'll change it to something else, and
uh,
then they'll end up going back. But
did did
some people else,
did they write in our automation protection? Because I'm sure that was on the table.
that I don't know because
Yeah,
I didn't even know until
yeah,
just now that they did vote to strike.
yeah. I think it's more than about hours and wages. I think it's more
Hmm.
about job protection.
Mm.
If
I don't
if I
think they're going to guarantee that.
if I was them, that's what I'd be striking for. Because a year or two from now, you're not gonna have that opportunity. So if you're gonna do it, you better do it now. If you're gonna pull it, you better pull it now.
Yeah, that's true.
If not, it's gonna run you over.
Mm. Wow.
So yeah, ladies, get ready. You know, it's already hitting retail. Retail, they said it was gonna slow down. Shit, retail is sped up. They're closing. They're closing stores so fast. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw a huge list. I had Googled it today. I didn't know so many stores were closing.
Hmm.
And, the malls, they're looking kind of sad now.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a trade war too.
Mhm.
Somebody calls you Chuck. What's up, Rodney?
What's up, Rodney?
Calling you. So who is Chuck? I said, oh, okay. You must know him. He calling you Chuck.
I'll be that. As long as you don't call me that B word, I'm good.
We're not talking about basic, are we?
Mm-mm. Mm.
Isn't a lot of freight coming into California now? Now with the trade war coming up because we're ground central for money coming in China. In fact, it's starting to affect real estate because Chinese buying is drying up. Yeah, trucking companies are going out of business. So I don't know what to tell you guys, man. I really don't. I wish I had better news. Oh, Charles is Chuck. Okay, okay. He's talking about Officer Charles. Okay, Officer Charles must be busy. He must have got one of them calls. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, trucking companies. Basically, this is. I said 2019 is going to be pivotal. And people don't believe me. You got the banks cutting up right now. You got strikes going on, and um, uh, companies going out of business. So it's gonna be a monster. Hope we survive it. And it's just a setup for 2020.
Yeah.
It's like, so you got to get it right. you know, because you don't get
Yeah.
it right, 2020 is gonna leave you behind, leave you in the dust.
Hmm.
You don't want to be in a bad position when 2020 rolls around.
Uh-oh, hostile. Yeah, he said he only worked 3 days last week. Wow.
Oh, hostile. Yeah, got to go back to your side gig. Work security for strippers. I heard that. And it probably pays better.
Hmm.
I said, did I see? Do y'all see? Yeah, we talked about K. Michelle and Derek, and there's something wrong with that girl.
Hey, hostile, do you get a chance to pick up some of the bills that fall on the ground? Just asking.
he said it pays good. Uh, uh, the 2020 election. I thought it was going to be Trump by a landslide until they started the impeachment talk. Then now I don't know. It's going to be up in the air. I don't know if she says she doesn't have daddy issues, but then again, we don't know how much truth she's actually telling. She could be not telling the whole truth. She's bipolar. I think she's been touched. I really do. And she's been touched. Her whole relationship with men is going to be rocky.
Yeah, most these people don't tell the truth about their lives, so hey.
Oh, you get 10% what they make in private. I like them those private shows. I've been to a few back in the day. They make pretty good money. You got to pay a certain amount just to get in, and then um, they don't have to make any cuts with the house. All the money goes to them.
Mm.
Hey, Michelle was
Well,
just on Wendy Williams' show, and she was discussing Nicole Murphy, and she had the nerve to say that Nicole Murphy is disgusting. Um, so I don't know. She's all over the place. I don't really know what the angle is um, with her PR team if she has one, but she's just all over the place.
And what she makes most of her money being a train wreck.
Oh well, she's playing into that then.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
She wants attention. She got an album with the push or a book to push or something like that. Because what we know about K Michelle, she's a train wreck. She's a singer that's a train wreck. And we show up to actually watch, eat popcorn. We talk about her now. She's a train wreck. Now, what Nicole Murphy had to do with anything, I don't know.
Well, I'm just reading this, and K. Michelle says that I can't stand women like that.
Yeah,
Nicole
of course.
Murphy, you're disgusting. You
Hmm.
sat on that couch and you laughed. This ain't no moment. It's a mess. You're wrong for that. You're the type of woman to let these men be evil. Interesting.
And in other words, I would really have loved to have had your life because I wanted
Right.
to be look just like you.
Right.
Hmm. I saw because I actually saw Kay Michelle when she was actually a little girl. I said, "Oh, I get it.
Mm.
She had ugly girl syndrome."
She also says that lady's at home. I guess she's talking about his wife, married with her kids.
Hmm.
And she said, know this, it doesn't matter what he told you, men lie. That's what they do. Okay, Michelle.
so,
Mm,
so, so
all of them.
did Nicole Murphy sleep with Idris Elba?
probably.
Anybody sleeps with Idris Elba besides her is gonna get it.
Right, right. Told her, it's the more that I read this, she says you should be under a rock hiding. She has some nerve, though. That's the thing. I don't get it.
I do. She's bipolar, and
She's got to be something.
yeah, she's nuts. She's broken.
Mm,
I wish I could find that picture again when she was a little girl.
mm, mm, mm. Yuck.
And as soon as I said,
Thank-
"Oh, that explains a lot."
Thanks for adding a name to that behavior because I was wondering what's up with these women who do that.
Uh,
Now I know it's ugly girl syndrome.
well, when she said that she wouldn't sign a contract with her label unless they fixed her teeth and gave her a butt, I said, "Oh, you got issues with the way you look because you don't want to get out in front of people unless unless you can look a certain way." And women that are actually pretty don't even worry about it. It just always is. Like my daughter never worried about the way she looks because it always was. She's always been pretty. So you don't discuss that kind of stuff. But the women that actually really concentrate on their looks like that, Snow they actually came up as they were ugly duckling and it got teased or and transformed, or the fake hair, the fake butt, the makeup, the teeth were actually covering up what she feels like inside. So as soon as she said that, I said, okay, there's something up with her. And I looked at her picture when she was a girl and I said, oh, I get it. Okay. And a lot of that stuff is a shell. A lot of
Hmm.
stuff is a protective shell to keep from being rejected. I hate men. I don't want to be around them. Blah blah blah. But you're sleeping with all of them. Basically, you were an industry whore for about a good 10 years. and your attitude was so bad they couldn't take you. So you want to be 100 octane, but you don't have the stuff that she did.
Mm.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
Okay.
I see.
Yeah.
That's
I was teasing. I guess cocaine. I'm teasing her as well.
true.
Because Rita says she can't believe cocaine is reading all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care enough to read it, but I understand why she's reading it so she can, say, hey, this is what she said. We can talk about it.
I mean, she was playing, and she
Who's
and
that?
that is that is Kay Michelle when she was a little girl.
Okay, Michelle. You talk about bats in the belfry.
Hmm. I mean, she look. She had her teeth fixed. She had her nose fixed. Um,
Too bad you can't work on personality and brain cells.
what I'm saying is a lot of that stuff is defensive.
She's just a broken woman.
Yeah.
That's all. She's just a broken woman. She's just mad that she put out what she thought what she wanted, that men wanted, instead of actually having a damn personality, working on your non-sexual attributes.
Um, uh, there's at a certain level, okay. Like I said, from 85 to 92, okay, you can get away with being um, a 5 or a 6. Okay, got a personality, get away with being a 5 or 6. At 100 octane, you can't get away with that.
Oh no. And she still doesn't look all that. Like you could see a lot of women don't understand that there are certain when you try to fix certain things you call flaws, they just take away from your beauty.
Um, the thing is, if you want to be, there's a certain okay, there's a certain cost of entry to get up to that level. Okay, certain price of entry. You got to have a certain look. Okay, if you don't have that look, then you can't even play the game. Okay, she got all that work just so she can play the game, and she even said that. Okay, if I'm gonna play this game, I need to have my teeth fixed. I need my butt implants. I need my breast implants because I want to play this game. Otherwise, I'm not gonna play it off. She knew what she needed to take.
Hey, Shar, what were you saying as far as I was reading? What were you saying? I'm sorry. I didn't hear all of it, of what you were
All right.
asking. Were you
I'm
talking to me or you?
No, she was talking about you. She wasn't talking to you. Because
Oh,
Yeah,
somebody
okay.
said,
Rita in the chat room, she had said that she didn't understand how you can read all of that.
Oh,
And then
because that's
I
the
said to
topic.
her, I understand why you're reading. I said, but like Rita, I'm the same way. I don't care enough to read about it.
mm,
And we
Well,
got
I
a
like
chuckle out
to,
of it.
yeah, I like to effectively speak on topics.
mm,
So I actually did not see the Kate Michelle interview. So
mm,
in order for me to kind of speak on things, I need to make sure that I'm well versed in whatever it is that's being discussed. But typically, I don't even partake in
Mm.
filling my head with that nonsense. But for the topic of discussion, I thought it was appropriate.
yeah,
Right. Yeah, that's what I was telling her. So I understand.
yeah.
We can.
Kim Michelle's she's a regular girl. There's nothing wrong with a regular girl. But the thing is, you're not going to compete at that level. You're not going to
Oof,
go up against those 8, 9s, and 10s, and you're a 5.
mm,
She's a 5.
poor thing.
Yeah, I mean,
She
you're a
needs
5.
help, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
something
needs
happened
help.
to her. Something happened to her when she was young, and she was picked on, or something went on with her.
I think it's a combination of A, B, and C.
Hmm.
Something wrong with her.
There's something wrong with her. I mean, her shell is so thick you can't get through it, and she's tried everything to be popular, um, dating white guys, trying to date industry guys, um, dating women, being ratchet, being loose. You know,
Well,
now
supposedly her box stinks. So I don't know how much she's spreading her legs around with everybody because that's, a long time ago. That's what I know that
Hmm.
Um,
I can't think of that guy's name, but a few of them said it actually.
And that it's that comes from lack of maintenance,
I
especially
won't. I,
if you're sleeping with a lot of guys and lack of maintenance.
I won't say this, but yeah,
You heard that?
she probably opened up her legs more than Moses parted seas. I'll just say that.
Yeah, basically she had her baby at 17 in college. So yeah,
I
she's
don't
all over
even
the
like her music, so I'm sorry, BGS. Go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. Nah, I don't like her music either, but the thing
I
is,
mean, I don't understand her music. Like,
uh
I don't know. I
she
don't like
she
it.
she's speaking to a core of women that have issues with their men.
Because they have issues with themselves.
Yeah.
I heard bits and pieces of the live yesterday, and not to get into a separate live that took place on another
Mm,
channel, but
mm,
I do have a question. Was there a woman on the panel that was agreeing with K Michelle?
mhm.
D, from, huh?
On Gabs, on Gabs channel.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. There was. Yeah, there was.
really.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was. What was her name? Queen something. I can't remember her name, but she was. Yeah.
Oh, Queen Mayad.
So, yeah, that's who it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And she was saying she was disparaging men. Said yeah, she said need more K Michelle's because them brothers need to be checked. So that's what I was telling Gab. She didn't like when I said Gab. See, told you. Told you she wasn't alone.
Yeah, but that's true. There are a lot of women that have that experience or think they have that experience. They think like that. So really no surprise.
There's a lot of unhappy. Well, you're in Chicago. A whole lot of unhappy black women roaming around. Whole lot of unhappy women,
Hmm.
period, but especially black women. They're actually unhappy
Yeah,
for for a host of reasons. Okay. Uh,
yeah. Maybe sit down, talk with a few, figure out. Oh, okay. Mommy issues there. Oh, daddy issues there. Oh,
yep. Yep.
abuse. Okay. So
Yep.
a lot of people have different problems,
Mhm.
backgrounds.
Mhm. Yep. And then you expect the men to solve it. Men cannot solve this. They can't help you. Black men can't help it. They can barely help themselves. They can't fix you. Black men can't fix you. You know. They're not black men haven't been equipped to fix their women. We carry around the same damage. It's not as obvious. We don't complain. We don't really complain about it as much on social media. Even though YouTube is a unique space where they actually do complain about something. They don't go into as deep a detail
Right.
as women do. But K Michelle is the norm. Believe it or not. Reason K Michelle is saying what a lot of black women are thinking, and that's what I was telling Gab because he doesn't believe it.
Yeah, not even not only thinking it but living it. That's how they live their daily life.
I don't get it. The thing is, if it's working, I can understand, but I don't get it.
Well, angry, they can't get what they want. But think about what is that saying for insanity? You keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result.
Hmm.
Well,
Yep. Yeah. It's
there you go.
especially just shooting for the kind of for the kind of guys that she wants, and that's like she's actually mad at the dude she's with because she had to settle for him.
Oh,
And said, let's put it this way: I never met a nice black woman besides my grandmother's until I was 9 years old, and I went to Galveston. Okay, are they nicer down in Galveston? I mean, them being okay, black women. Okay, when I say black women are mean, it's not like they're cussing them out every 5 seconds or throwing stuff at them. Okay, it's underlying attitude, and it's over time. It's not immediate, but it's like they get dissatisfied with you, then it starts dripping out, and over time, it's like, you know what? Look, shorty, I'm out, and the young guys aren't even bothering. That's what I was saying to Kara the other night. Young guys aren't even bothering. I said, and telling guys they need to change is not going to work because at the end of the day, they're going to vote with their feet. And at the end of the day, these guys are actually going to go and do what makes them happy. So you can scream at them all you want; it's not going to work. So that's what I'm saying. So you can say man up and you're a pussy and all that kind. At the end of the day, they're going to go and go do what makes them happy. My
What I
son.
find, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
What I find interesting is all this is being said on social media,
Hmm.
and if the person or group of people you're talking to is not watching it, they're not listening. They can't hear you. So you're really talking to yourself or the people that support you. That's pretty much all you're
Well,
talking to.
basically, on social media, people aren't really talking to you or talking to be uh, heard. They're talking to actually let it out.
Hmm.
They're not talking to for an effect. In other words, they're frustrated and has no place to go. But behind a screen name and a keyboard, they can let it out.
And
Yeah.
again, with that being said,
Hmm.
what's going to change?
Nothing. Well, okay. Okay.
They don't get it though.
Well, there's a couple things. It's not to change anything. Basically, at the end of the day, for a lot of guys, especially for guys, it keeps them from putting a bullet in their head.
No, no, I'm saying the women as far as
Oh,
um, when you're saying and they call the name calling man up and all that stuff. I'm
yeah.
like, this man ain't listening to half of these forms and stuff you're talking about.
Basically, if they even if they listen to it, because guys are on social media. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. It's Instagram. Wherever there's women congregating social media. If men find a social media platform and it gets popular, women will actually follow them so they can actually complain. Is what it is. Get male attention. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, following the man.
You for a long time, YouTube was a male space until they women found out that men were on YouTube. Guess what? Let's go see what they're talking about.
There they are.
There they are. Doctor, why do you think the women actually, the white women actually banned alcohol for like a good 10, 15 years? Because their husband was actually hanging out at the bar instead of coming home. So we get rid of alcohol, they don't have no place to go. Got rid of alcohol and prostitution. You got to come home.
Wow.
I'm serious. You got to come home.
Wow. I'm just looking at like so many BGS. You have the patience of the Pope, man.
What I do?
Because you with that curb shit, man.
Oh, I got love for carrot.
I got something for curb and like something wrong with curb sometimes. I respect her, but something wrong with her.
She's a 92. That's what's wrong with carrot.
No,
You deal with 92s all the time. Ever seen 92s not argue?
that's why I have a little spray called "Shut the fuck up, girl." Fuck up. You wrong. You wrong. Eat it. You wrong. You fucking wrong. God damn it! I said you wrong.
Yeah. How many times do you have to say it though before they actually shut up?
I've been hitting the road once. Yeah, once, twice, 3 times to shut the fuck up.
Oh, then they had to go. Get out my car.
Oh, once you get out my car, they get real quiet. Boy, they be humble to the motherfucker. Boy, they be humble as like John the Baptist.
Yeah, but I think that what's good about social media, people actually air out their differences. And I've been saying for years, I said Black women don't have to. You don't have to change. You can stay the same way you are. You can remain doing the same thing that you've been doing. I said, but now men have choice. They're going to leave. They will leave eventually. Have too many guys talking to me about how they're getting fed up, and they're going to leave. They're going to make different choices. And as white guys start losing their jobs, and Hispanic guys start losing their jobs, there's going to be more women on the market looking for um, capable guys. Let's put it that way. And basically the list is going to be kind of short. So if you don't like men that cheat and you want them to be faithful and have a decent job or career, they're going to be on a short list. And you give guys choices where they can go elsewhere and do other things with other women. They might have more than one woman. Is what it is. Okay. You know, the and there's there's two group of people, two group of guys that are actually free and have a whole bunch of choice and do a whole lot of bunch of mess. 100 octanes and 85 octanes because 85s that don't have any money and all they got is game and they have nothing to lose. Whereas the 100 octanes got money, stuff to lose, but they have a lifestyle. So you see them having multiple women and multiple kids by multiple women because they can. All the guys in the middle can't. But those are the working class guys that the majority of women actually need. So, and that then for black women, that list is going to start to get slimmer and slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. I'm already hearing the complaints, on both sides about not enough men, not enough capable men, and the capable men have said, you know what? If their attitudes don't change, we're out. And I keep hearing this. And this is not just at the bottom. This is at the top too.
Not enough capable men to
Hmm?
do what?
Even even at educated, how come 92s have so many problems? There's twice as many educated black women as there are educated black men. So if you want an educated black man and you educated black woman, um, basically, you only have one. So he has two for your one. He has two choices for every person like you. He's got another one, at least one more.
And these women are just not complaining, because this one I want to make sure I understand. The woman or women that are complaining about that,
Hmm.
they're in a situation where they have a bad attitude and everything else,
Hmm.
but they want more choices. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, and this is something that Carrot was saying last night. What they're saying is we're not going to change.
Oh, well,
We have
there
to
you go.
accept this as we are, and because we have a shared experience, should accept the way we are, and not leave us for greener pastures. In essence, because at the end of
Okay,
the day, we're not going to change. So you have to change for us.
all right. That's the end of the story then. That's all I need to know.
That is. K. Michelle basically said it.
Okay, that's what I'm just trying to understand.
Kim Michelle
That's the
said
end of the story.
she condensed it into one little sentence. She said it. I'm not submitting to nothing but my bag, my God, my bag, and my child. That's what she said.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And
Oh, okay,
and
well, there you
basically,
go.
yeah, and if a black man can't show and prove to me, then he's not for me.
Okay,
So basically, that's it. I'm not changing,
all right.
and I don't have to
Go
change.
on.
And she said,
That's right.
I feel I don't have to change.
That's right. You don't have to if you don't want to.
That
You're right about that.
Derek Jackson said the same thing. You ain't got to
Mm,
change, but you're gonna keep getting what you're getting.
right.
Yeah.
Which is usually nothing from what I'm saying. Because most of these women that I've seen
Mm-hmm.
do a lot of barking
Mm-hmm.
don't have anyone. So that's what they're just so confusing. I'm like, what are you doing on social media barking about? Get off, hang up and go outside.
I, I
Do something.
I have to convince the men to change, otherwise, because either I'm willing to or I can't.
And see, that's why I was looking. That's why I was trying to figure out. I'm like, because if you're just sitting on social media to say this, whoever you're talking to, that's in my opinion,
Hmm.
they're not listening. So as you would kindly explain that they're just trying to get it out. There is no need, or they don't want to change
They
something.
don't want to change.
That's
No. Yeah.
that's all I was trying to understand.
No, they don't
It's
want
a
to change.
strange
It,
way of communicating.
I tell guys all the time. Even the guys, I tell them, um, you are not going to change these women. The environment will have to change these women, and when it does, and a lot of guys are saying, okay, they're coming back to the table, but do I want them? They're not coming back to the table the way I want. I said, well, that's up for you to decide.
Right.
What do you want? I asked them from the very beginning, what do you want? What do you want out of these women? I said, well, I don't really know. I want contrition. I said, well, okay, well, that's going to take a while. I want an apology. That's going to take even longer.
Shoot, now it sounded worse than the women. I want this. I want
Oh,
that.
yeah, you want all that. You have to decide what you want and how long you're willing to
Right.
wait.
What's important?
Yeah. And we found out he wasn't willing to wait that long.
I like to put in my order.
All right.
Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Oh
Under
man,
what name, please?
What do you have?
I'll have a side of legs and thighs.
Okay. We got that. That's already cooked. Okay, what else you want?
No. What you looking at me for? You must be hungry as shit, aren't you? God damn it. My
Is,
partners ain't shit. Legs, thighs, breasted ass, please.
is that your worker or is that your chocolate?
Oh no, she's one of my partners. One of my partners.
Okay. Oh,
Uh, oh,
is that the cute one?
put it to you this way. You will love her, BDS. You'll
Oh,
love
is that the tall one with the extra handcuffs?
her. Not that one, not that one. It was the other
Oh,
one.
okay. Oh, it's the other
What?
one. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I'm so happy the other district get their swing back, man. Sheesh. Man, we get all the pretty girls again.
I remember I worked with this chick. She was chocolate with a big old ass, right? And
Yeah.
she said she would whip my ass. I said, "You wear that leather teddy, you can do it."
And cuss me out.
And
Man,
cuss me
heck.
out. Yeah. I said, "You want to whip my ass? Put that leather teddy on first."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And she just cracked up.
I'm cocaine, Kels. I always wanted to know, how did you get that nickname?
Oh, here we go. she left. She left on that one. Okay. Oh. Okay.
I was just curious.
Serious. Oh.
Oh man.
She probably had to get to know you before she can tell you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My number is. Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
What's she so happy about?
Oh,
Your partner.
I don't know. Probably about to get some food.
Okay.
Take it to the spots to get some food.
Okay. What does she think about this Amber Geiger thing? What's her take?
Hey Mackenzie, what you think about the Amber guy or whatever the hell her name is? The
Yeah.
chick who went into the apartment and shot the guy.
Oh yeah,
How
yeah.
do you go
I saw that
into the
shit.
wrong apartment?
How you going into the wrong house,
You
wrong
know-
apartment, a floor up
Up
from yours? And
I
you
don't care how drunk I am. I know my shit.
I told you she
No,
was drunk.
No, but
I'm
she
not
come
trying to
home.
hear it.
She said I'm coming home from work.
No, that bitch.
Nah, she going to jail.
She going to jail. I think that's
She
a
going.
girl thing.
Yeah, she going.
That bitch
And
going to jail.
she tried to use the white girl's joker
Exactly.
crying.
You trying to unarmed black man?
Fucking jail.
You trying to unarmed black man?
Oh boy, they go to jail. Did I tell you? She go to jail.
I was actually wondering what cops actually think about
You
it.
was looking at
What is it going to try?
Hold up. They couldn't hear you. They said, "What you think about it?"
Huh?
What do you think about it? Like, you
Oh.
think she's going to jail?
Yeah,
I-
I think she going to jail. I told you that. I think
Trying
the
to
bitch going
unarmed
to
black
jail.
man. She going to jail.
How many years?
How much
Oh, she's
time?
gonna be the example. Oh, they gonna make an example out of her.
A white girl made an example out of? I don't know about that one, man.
No,
Oh, she's gonna be the example because man, if she don't get some time, boy, they're gonna tear that motherfucker apart.
How many years your partners say?
How many years you
It's the
think she
right
going away
man.
for?
Mhm. I don't know, man, but I think she's going to
Show
jail.
Faulkner a picture of your child.
That's my daughter for.
We'll say she looks just like
My
you.
daughter looks just like me.
No, she looks like just like you. Not a picture of your daughter.
I say 5 minimum. I say
She
5.
looks
10.
just
I
like
say
you,
10.
Mackenzie.
Say
10,
10.
15.
He's
Just,
Man,
15,
just like
10,
her mother.
15.
in the 15. Wow, a white girl.
Of course.
Wow. Okay. Man, that's white girl. A little white girl, a little blonde, blue-eyed white girl is gonna go to jail for 15 years for killing a black dude.
So we got 15, 10, 5, and 3. All right. Let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah, you got the low card.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the cops say she need to go to jail. I said, and cops they usually call it down the middle.
AL said in Texas, she ain't.
Oh, she ain't. Oh, AL said she ain't going. Oh, she ain't going to jail. Not in Texas. Okay,
BGS, can I ask you just one question?
go ahead.
What does Officer Faulkner tell you the worst sign in the fucking zodiac is?
The worst sign. Uh,
What is
uh,
my arch nemesis sign?
said
These
Capricorn.
red colors.
Uh,
They're not. That's just policy.
Oh,
Capricorn and Sagittarius. Can't
They're
stand
natural colors.
Yep.
yeah, you love whatever you love, Sagittarius. So
Oh my god, I can't get rid of Sagittarius is to save my life.
My
nope.
best friend is Sagittarius, and she get on my nerves too. I don't like nothing.
Why
I
the
like
fuck
Scorpios
do Sagittarius is lovely? I don't know
and
why.
I do like
Because
Aquarius.
you arrogant, just like they are.
Good operation.
What the fuck is
Sir, are you calling me arrogant?
Yes,
Am I
sir.
arrogant?
It depends who you're talking to.
What's
I
September?
would say.
For all the
Fuck
people that know it.
shit?
It depends who you're talking to.
What about you?
Virgos. I like Virgos. That's what I like. Virgos and I like
I'm really
Scorpios.
now. I got in this district. Yo,
Scorpio. Oh, you a Scorpio? I forgot you a Scorpio.
y'all should see me in the Southwest.
No
I'm
Scorpion now.
gonna stand on this. I'm gonna stand on this side of the car.
No Scorpio.
Spoiled brats are freaky.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Every sign has their mark.
I didn't say I was complaining. Oh, Capricorns.
So why'd you leave then?
Scorpios can be complicated, though.
Huh?
Scorpios can be complicated, especially the religious Scorpios. They
Oh,
hide their shit.
oh yeah, that's the worst ones.
Yeah, like my mother's a religious Scorpio.
Capricorns. Oh my god, I wish I could push. I wish I could send all the motherfuckers to the moon.
Caps, yeah, well, caps have their uses. Okay, they like the mother too much, though.
Caps get on my goddamn nerves.
Yeah, but nobody mothers like cancers, though.
Huh?
Nobody mothers like cancers.
Oh yeah. Big hearts, very sensitive, very
Very,
defensive.
very defensive. Yes, yeah. You heard it. Cancer's feelings. You're gonna feel that wrath.
Mm-hmm. Sensitive.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you set
Like
them off.
that was the car stop.
But
It's
it'll
you.
give you.
It's you. Put the lights on.
Oh my goodness.
Rodney says I'm a great Capricorn. Yeah.
Great Capricorn, huh?
Capricorn men are
Oh my
Cap-
goodness.
Capricorn men are a little rigid. They have a lot of rules.
And so do the women. That's why you think I got rid of her. She always wants you to be on time, her time, but you can't be on your time.
Leave the cancers alone, Ayo.
She was a fake 92. You know, she was like a fake pair of Jordans. She wanted to be a 92, but she was really 87.
Yeah.
I'm going to school. Yeah, so were dogs.
Yeah,
At
that's
least
normally if Capricorns are going to school and want to be something, they normally achieve it because they'll move heaven and hell to try to get there.
Yeah, it might take them like 20 years to do it.
If it takes 50, they'll keep plugging at it.
It's like, but I'm going to school and I'm doing all this, but yeah, Yeah, you brick dumb man. That's what. Hell no. Hell to the no, no, no.
Health
No,
enough.
they're supposed to believe they can fly. That's all.
I believe her personality's dry.
Cancers, cancers are very lovable people. The thing is that you can't set them off. You know, if you can find a chill cancer, then they're probably one of the best, male or female. But if you find an overly emotional cancer, oh boy, it's gonna be a ride,
I'm gonna define one of those so I can see what you're talking about.
huh? Well, you're pretty chill for a cancer. At least, at
But
least, at least, at least online, you're pretty chill for a cancer.
this overly emotional and set off and stuff. I need to see that in action. I haven't seen
Oh boy,
anyone like that.
oh boy.
Yeah.
What's the word on Pisces? Okay, all right. Let me put on my Miss Cleo hat for a second. Pisces are like Geminis. Have two minds. Pisces have basically two emotions. So it depends on which Pisces we get. If you get the good Pisces or the nice Pisces, they're very generous, they're very open, very friendly, very talkative. But if you get on the fish flips, they're the opposite. So Pisces get on the wrong side of them. Oh boy, woo! They will turn on a heartbeat like day and night. Okay, they don't hold it as like cancers will hold it. If you piss off a cancer, she'll hold it. A male or female cancer will actually hold it emotionally if you piss them off. Okay,
Explain that, please.
huh?
You don't mind. Explain that.
If you
You
get on,
hold it. What does that mean?
in other words, water retains whatever energy that it accepts, and since cancer is the ultimate water symbol, they retain it. So, where if it's a negative emotion, a cancer will hold it longer than most other signs, unless you have something to actually balance it, like whatever on your moon side actually balance it. But the thing is that um, cancers, in other words, they're quicker to pick up emotions, like whether it's positive or negative. And cancer will cut you off quick. If cancer doesn't like you, she don't like you. I mean, immediately. She doesn't like you. She pick up emotions. She pick up the feeling from you or the vibe from you. She doesn't like you. Doesn't like you. Um, if the vibe changes, she'll change. So I know a bunch of cancers where if they're pissed off at you, they'll cry. They don't cry or they get emotional. They have an outburst. Okay, if it's justified, they'll retain it. If it's not, they will apologize the next day. Because they'll release it. But cancers will hold it. The good thing about cancers is that they're very protective of the people that they love. So if you find a cancer that likes you or loves you, he or she will go through hell and high water to actually protect you. And so it's the family, friends, somebody that they're close to. The one thing that set our cancer off is actually coming after her babies, the ones that she loves or he loves. Okay, quickest way to get on the bad side of a cancer.
Hmm.
Extremely protective, extremely empathetic. Um, but if you cross the cancer, they'll cut you. Okay, they'll cut you, whether it's financially, emotionally, or whatever. They will cut you off. Quickly.
That sounds like a nice human being.
Um, all signs have positives and negatives. Okay, the cancers tend to be more emotional. Uh, like I said, if you just take a straight sign, like I have cancer in my moon. You know, my rising sign and my moon are Cancer.
Hmm.
So so cancers come off as empathetic because I'm sure you're a Cancer chart. You have little kids that come up to you for no reason, right?
Um, yeah, they take to me.
They take to you, right? So a little kid, a baby, a little 2-year-old kid that doesn't know you from Adam, will walk past everybody else and come right up to you and look at you like, "Aren't you going to pay attention to me? Aren't you going to um, parent me?" So most children, most people will take the cancers because because that's the mothering of the parenting spirit. Like Charles has cancer in his moon,
Hmm.
so children, children and all kinds of people actually come up vibe with him emotionally because they feel the protection and the parenting, the mothering spirit. Cancers are the ultimate mother. So those are the good things about cancers. The thing is that they can be emotional, and their emotions can flow with whatever is in the room. So if they don't have control over it, but
Hmm.
that's the downside of a cancer. I know they can have really really bad tempers. That's where my
Wow.
that's where my temper comes from that cancer moon. You cross me, I can have a really really bad temper, and can be explosive.
Mm.
If you hit that button, oh yeah. Now, unless you have
Wow.
something to balance it out. Now, you have something to balance it out because like, what's your moon? Do you know what your moon is?
No, I don't
Okay,
know any of that.
whatever your moon is, that's emotionally that's your balance.
So you
Glass of
telling
wine?
me?
I don't
So
know.
you telling me I can't go full prick because of my Cancer moon?
You can't go. Yeah, you can't go full prick. I don't think you have it. You want to. I'm sure the Aries said I should just, but I can't.
Even though there's sometimes, the Aries, kicking the door, waving the full forward, telling like Cancer, you might want to step out the room for a
Oh
minute,
yeah,
nigga.
for a minute. So yeah, well, Aries would do what it has to do. But the thing is, you were the kind of guy to get beat a little kid's ass and then try to help him out, go to school or something.
Hey, you been
Yeah.
following me?
Huh?
You been following me? I told you stop that shit.
We watching you.
I remember. I mean, you actually told a story before, like little homie on the corner selling drugs. You take the sack and say, "Little nigga, I see you on the corner again. Out of school, I'll actually take you in this time
Yeah.
because that's a cancer." Where's the Aries asshole would actually arrest him and actually make it stat.
I mean, he's still gonna get a few lumps though. Gotta
Yeah,
get your lump. Gotta get taxed.
you got to get taxed. Yeah, but thing is, but you be trying to buy his books and actually get your stuff.
Oh my God, you'd have loved my partner, boy.
Huh?
I mean, she has like flawless chocolate skin. She,
Okay, yeah. I love that. You know what I always say? I love chocolate women. Uh, they're good to me. It just ain't good for me.
yeah, that is true.
That is true. Every chocolate one I've ever been with, good to me.
It's
Just
like
ain't good
it's
for
like it's like I've seen, and then the posteria is very prosperous.
me. Yep.
It's like Jesus Christ. It was like Jesus. I saw the regular clothes. I was like Jesus Christ. And she was like, "Why do you say Jesus Christ? It looked like the damn tomb he was buried in, girl. God damn."
Virgos and Sagittarius. Actually, Virgos for Virgo and a Sag, that's actually a very good mix because Virgos actually mix very well with fire signs because Virgos are normally chill. Normally.
That's how it is with me and Josh. He's a Virgo.
Hmm.
We always chill.
Yeah, Virgos are always chill. Normally they're chill. Even my grandson is chill, even though he tries to be a showman. But there's two things about Virgos. They're very chill, but they're also very habit forming. I call them Taurus light. They don't form habits as quite as deep as Tauruses do, but they do like to have their routine.
Taurus like.
Taurus light. Taurus, to get a Taurus out of their routine is like sticks of dynamite.
Yeah.
Very hard to get a
I've been with
Taurus.
one for years, man.
Yeah,
I've been Sagittarius. I just can't get rid of Sagittarius. It's to save my goddamn life. Like them motherfuckers just attract to me. Oh, I'm a Sag. Get the who go figure. Go motherfucking figure.
you because Aries love a good fight, don't they?
Is he fighting
It's
now?
not
What's
that we
going
like a
on?
good fight.
Oh,
I dropped my phone.
Oh,
oh,
I'm gonna be on that 5600
We don't always like to fight per se.
I said fitness science have a bunch of cancer friends. One sleeps with a gas in her bed.
wow.
They're- but cancers are very gracious people, though. Very gracious people. You know, they bring you food. They take you to lunch. You know, they're very gracious people, very free-hearted. Was probably part of their downfall, right? Right, Char?
I'm not
Yeah,
gracious at
but
all.
you know
I'm an
what?
asshole.
I don't look at it as a downfall, and I tell you why. Because
Okay.
for me,
Uh huh.
anything that I do because I want to.
Okay.
So that way, I don't have any regrets. If I do something when I was younger, just because it was the thing to do,
Uh huh.
um, I would have regretted it. Like, man, I didn't want to do that. I didn't really want to do this. I didn't really want to do that for her or
Uh huh.
him. But when I made up in my mind that I'm only going to do what I want to do, then I had no problem.
Mm-hmm.
None. No regrets. Yeah. I mean, people act crazy all the time with me sometimes. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
because whatever I gave, whatever I did is because I wanted to.
Yeah. No.
Now, once you do whatever you do,
Mm-hmm.
then, I'm done and I'm okay. I don't
Mm-hmm.
look back, look forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Every cancer I've ever known, they're very gracious people.
I
And it,
love it.
You
and
never
it,
had to cut anybody, Char, right?
Huh?
she.
What did you say? I had to
You
get.
never had to cut anybody, did you?
No, nothing physical. I never had to do anything physical. Everything was, uh, just socially. I had to cut people, but never anything physical.
I
Yeah.
think it's I think it's the voice that captures people. Like,
I don't know. Not quite sure how long I've had whatever you're talking about, but
it's the real
I,
sultry voice, like
Yeah, she's very calm and very yeah,
soothing.
he's soothing. Yeah, but that's cancer. The very mothering spirit. You can tell even on online. She helps everybody.
Oh yeah, she's
That's
everybody's
cancer.
mom.
It's
She's
every,
everybody's YouTube mama.
yeah, she's everybody's YouTube mama. Exactly.
Like
That's a cancer.
she's just like so soothing. Like Char could cuss you out. You'll thank her in the morning.
uh-uh.
You'd be like, wow, I've never been cussed out so graciously in my life, man.
Yeah.
That was like poetry or Shakespeare.
uh-uh.
Like she could say like the word nigga and it sounds like a
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Nigga. Wow, that was beautiful. Say that again.
Yeah. If you hit the bad side of cancer, the claws will come out. The claws will come out.
Those little pinchers.
There ain't no little. Okay.
That's how my boy is. He's
Scorpion.
very generous, very fun loving, but boy, when he get defensive, that shell, boy, them shells and pinchers.
Yeah, the benches. Yeah, the crab come out, boy. Zip. You know. Okay, and they don't let go of it either till you feel that wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And then,
Who? How long?
they do.
How long is that list, Char?
The list,
The list. Yeah, it ain't shit list. How long is it?
uh, I don't know.
Damn, to be continued.
To be continued. Oh, I ain't looked at that. Oh, honey, I ain't looked at that one in a long time.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been a while since I looked at it.
Mhm. I done started a new one.
To be
Okay.
continued.
To be continued. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's like a nice Friday in Baltimore. Everybody's partying.
You was Zero Kelvin said that long, Char.
No, it is. Just forgot about it
Uh,
long ago. How about
uh-huh, uh-huh, okay. Until they turn back up.
See,
Right. I'll
if
deal with it when
Charles,
it's time.
And so she has Gloria Gaynor on repeat. I will survive, huh?
see
Yeah.
I
If
should have
Charles was
changed the stupid lock and should have made you give the key.
if Charles was in Hungary, she wouldn't have a "you ain't shit" list. She'd be like a "fuck you" list.
Yeah, well,
You would
that's
just
it.
have like you would just have a freshly fuck list, a smoldering fuck, and not give a fuck list.
Well, Charles is kind of like once you're on the bad side. I don't know why you're here. I
Like she would
Yeah.
just
don't
like
know why. I don't mess with you. I don't know why you're here.
mm-mm.
Yeah. Because
She'd be
it
like
takes
nope.
too much to pretend. That's a lot of energy to
Hmm.
pretend. That's
Hmm.
a lot of energy. I don't have energy to, well, let me put this face on. That's
She'd be
why, I just rather be me all the time and I
Hmm.
don't have to concern myself with anything.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
she'd be like nope, nope,
Nope.
nope,
Nope. Nope.
stubborn.
Yeah.
Either you're in or you're out.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh
Keep
my
it
goodness.
simple, simple.
Yeah. Cancers will let you know exactly how they feel.
Like I had, like it was funny. BGS, my partner, when she told me earlier she was a Cancer, she was a Scorpio. I had to walk. I was like, "Excuse me, I got to walk away for a second." She was like, "Why are you walking away?" I kind of got excited. I was like, "I'll sing you this. I'll sing you this guy called BGS, and he reads my zodiac chart, and it explained why."
Oh yeah, that's true. You are attracted to him.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
Then you got all the chocolate, and you got the
Yeah. 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 You like Scorpios. Yeah.
you look like a Coke bottle too. Like Jesus Christ,
Mm-hmm. And you know why you like them too.
I have no clue what you're talking about, good sir.
No, you don't.
I have no
Your
clue.
response is you probably dislike her because she's on the cusp of the two signs that you dislike.
Like me and Scorpios get along
No, no, no,
fine.
no, no. She's a cuspy with Sag and Capricorn.
Mm. Thou shalt not mention Capricorn and Sag.
I'll say that naughty list. You're laughing she's laughing at Char.
No, he nice. Uh,
We did say that one time. You better watch out. Because Char's taking a list of who's naughty and who's nice. She does. She really does.
Yeah, I actually do.
Charles sounds like an '80s action star. Got the whole list. She's checking her list.
Yeah, yeah.
She's peeking ass twice to see who's naughty and who's nice.
She put that little hat on. Little red cap on. Mhm.
Oh my
Have
god.
have you forgiven the bald eagle yet? Since she had her baby?
Who me?
No, Char.
Oh.
Yes,
You have? See, told you.
I have.
You forgiven her. See, that's a cancer.
Yeah.
For the sake of the
That is so cancer of you.
for the sake of the baby, right?
Yeah.
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 Congratulations on your baby, but still fuck you.
Oh.
No, she forgave her. That's a
No,
cancer.
that's what I said.
Oh, well, you're an Aries. Okay.
Matter of fact, let me sing a love ballad for her. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck
Oh,
you.
oh, leave her alone. Leave her alone. I just mentioned her. Okay.
Oh, just baby shudder just now. Oh.
Well, maybe
Mhm.
maybe the baby will change her. She seems to be mellowed out a little bit. She seems to be tired.
Yeah.
I love you, right?
Hmm.
I
Uh,
love you, right?
okay.
Oh.
Fuck your shit. Ain't nothing changing that motherfucker. Shit. She barely
I,
did like
I don't hear the fire in her voice that I used to hear.
Mm-mm.
She seems like she's just reading a script. Like, okay, I got to do this because I got to get views. So I'm gonna talk about these dudes so I get my money. She don't have the fire like that she used to have. Albert says, "Nah." She just, I've heard her say, "Okay, something's missing." I said that baby must have melted her out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like Drake, fuck you and your time difference.
Is
I
Pisces
don't
and Aries a good cusp? I don't know how Pisces gets along with Aries. really.
Aries are great people, by the way.
I know, but the thing is, they hurt Pisces' feelings, though.
What feelings?
See, there you go.
Oh, both of my parents are Pisces. God damn it.
What they used to say about you in your mouth when you were a boy.
So that was quiet as a boy.
Okay.
It's quiet. They probably try to tamp that shit down because they were like, "Oh, he's too smart, so he's gonna say something that we can't debunk, so we're just gonna make him shut up." But man, when I was like a teenager, they really hated it. They were like,
Yeah.
"God, I need you to be too smart."
Yep. And you didn't hold back that mouth either.
Mm-mm,
Yeah.
mm-mm, mm-mm. Like it's funny because everybody gets the feel. Like even like everybody be like, "Well, damn, did you ever hold back?" What's that?
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, Aries are blunt. They're very blunt, and I guess since they were your parents are used to you, so you couldn't hurt their feelings as much. But the thing is,
Mhm.
you had a mate that's a Cancer or a Pisces. If you don't tone it down, you hurt their feelings. Be on
Yeah.
the bad side in a minute because you're gonna say something that's gonna affect them. They said fitness mom said her mother's a Taurus. Okay, if your mom's a Taurus, well, that it can be good and bad. If she has good habits, it's fine. If she's got bad habits, it's not so good because Taurus is very difficult to change. But as a mother, it's probably not that bad. Like if they get into a good routine, then they'll always they keep their routine. So if she takes care of the house, make sure that you're good. She's always going to do that because that's her routine. It'll never change. Like my daughter, if you get Taurus going in the right direction, they won't change. They'll actually go all the way through and complete whatever the path they were on because that's their habit. But see, getting them to have good habits. And Zero says, "My mother's a Gemini." Oh, that your mother being a Gemini is fine as long as uh depends on what she's mixed with. As far as her sign, depending on what the mix is. If she's a double Gemini, then she'll be cold. She will be cold and unpersonable. So, but if she's mixed with something else, then she'll adapt. Gemini's Gemini's depend on what they're actually mixed with. So, say with me, I come across as personable and warm because I'm mixed with Cancer. I'm not a double Gemini. If I was a double Gemini, I'd be an asshole. I come across as an asshole.
You?
Yeah, I would. If I was a double Gemini, I'm actually my rising sign and my moon is actually Cancer, so I come across as warm, personable, fatherly, all that kind of stuff.
Nice combo.
Yeah,
Very
well,
nice combo.
yeah, well, yeah. It's either helping people. If I was double Gemini, I'd be trying to steal your pensions.
Mm, yeah. Now ask you to get me one because I need one.
Art, I thought you gave me your information. Send it to me again, Art. Um, send me your your date of birth, day and year, and time. If you can find time, is really important because that actually determine where your houses are and your rising sign is, and then your place of birth. I think you did. I think you did. Didn't I do your chart, Art? I thought I did. If not, I'll do it again. I thought I did your chart.
You might have misplaced.
No, I
Could have
thought I
been a
did.
long
I thought I did put him in a video. I think I put him in a video. I have to go back and look. But if not, send it to me again. Yeah, Tauruses are for Gemini's. Tauruses are actually Tauruses and Virgos. Not so much Capricorns, but any steady sign are actually perfect for Gemini's because we can actually adapt to you quicker because your habits don't change. And the water signs are a little bit more tricky. Fire signs, well, fire signs are fire signs. It's how much you're gonna let them get away with.
Uh,
All right, you guys support the channel if you can. Okay, okay. All right, 4:45 in the morning. Just email it to me, Art, so I can actually have it and I can actually look it up. And tell me what you want to tell me what you want me to look for. Because some people want me to look for who you're compatible with. Because I can read the basic personality, but as far as extended, then it takes a little bit more time. They need to know what to actually look for. I can actually give you the basics. Yeah, because you want to mother them, fitness mom, and Tauruses are not easily changed, and you're a cat, and you want to change, you want to mother them and actually change them, and that's what caps do.
Oh my God, she's a cap.
Yeah, Taurus,
Oh,
yeah, she wants to mother them and change them and mold them, and you can't do that with Tauruses.
oh God,
Yeah,
oh God.
and when it basically pisses Aries and Sagittarius off, well, especially Aries. Aries don't like to be mothered. They don't.
You want to set me off,
Yeah,
mother me? Oh
yeah,
God,
yeah,
I hate.
yeah. They don't
I'm
do it.
trying to be my boss. Oh,
Yeah,
you ain't gonna make me do what the fuck I don't want to
exactly. That's an Aries. Yeah, yeah.
Gotta be
do.
50 jumping jacks, Charles, right now.
But with Aries, you got to get their respect. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
You got to get
Mm.
Aries respect. That's a male or female. You got to get their respect. You get their respect, you got them. But we got to win them. We got to win the Aries over.
We're loyal as hell,
Well,
though.
Yeah, once you get their respect, the thing is getting that respect. That could be tough.
Don't fuck with somebody that Aries hold dearly.
No, that's true.
Oh God, that's the worst person.
Outside of you get Aries we mix with Cancer too. And
Yeah, sure. They found that out very
yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah. Cancers will actually do you in for messing with people. They're really, really protective. I mean, really protective.
Yeah, her ex-husband found out very quickly. We had a nice talk though.
Oh, okay.
He had a nice talk, and then he was like, he called her. He was like, you know what? I don't want none of those problems in my life. None. What did he tell you? I'm not going to tell you, but I don't want none of them problems. You have a
Well,
good life.
yeah, good life. Yeah, stop being a knucklehead. Yeah.
He was like,
well,
yes, child.
oh, I thought that was you were done with that. I was going to say, well, we'll get a chance to end on time,
Yep. Yep.
and I'm definitely going to bed. It's been thunder and lightning for the longest.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, there's going to be some good rest.
Oh,
Mhm.
rest my ass. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, Candygram.
Um,
Candygram.
Anyway,
Candygram.
thank
to
you
the
all
ladies,
for
to the
coming.
ladies, you got to
I
say it's a
appreciate it.
bouquet. It's a nice bouquet.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Thank you so much for.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Uh-huh. Just
Thank
don't
you,
forget the
Charles.
breakfast tray. You're welcome, child.
I
Don't forget the
appreciate
breakfast
it.
tray, man.
I really appreciate you coming on to the panel. Thank you so much. And we will watch the story and see what our numbers come up with. We got 15, 10, 5, and 3. So we're
Okay.
going to
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah.
And thank you, everyone in the chat room, for your participation. And those that supported the channel, thank you so much. And same that time next week, same that
Yeah. I'm gonna
channel.
try. I might start putting topics in the in the header and see what happens.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Next week. For next week. So in other words, we'll let Char enjoy her chocolates. You know.
All right. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace. You ain't shit, Char.
Thank you. Love compliments.
Love compliments. All right, you guys. See y'all next week.
Okay, peace.